All right, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, what's up? If you are a returning person, well, I appreciate you. We are here today doing a regular Edison tournament, as it says on the screen. So I did a poll today to see what people wanted, because we've been doing the last 6 weeks have been jank, which I love jank. But you know me, I like to please the people, so I let them vote tonight, and they voted for, well, the majority voted for regular Edison tonight. So we're going to take a slight departure from jank, playing some regular Edison, and we do have a 1K coming up as well at the end of the month on March 28th. So there is a 1K for regular Edison at the end of this month, as you saw the flyer on the starting soon banner. But yeah, that's happening. So let's see, who do we have playing tonight? Morph is playing Tim Pons, DeMarco is playing Patrick Starr, Stango is playing tonight. He's playing it against 48 Laws, who I believe is very new to the server. And then Obed Brian versus Psy, Dennis B versus Melon Mask, who I think is also, or Mellow Mask, who's also new. Poppy Churro versus Hybrid, and then Edison Club, Ty versus Jay, Joshua Johnson versus Mayberry. Okay, well, why don't we just get into it? I haven't streamed a regular Edison tournament in so long that I'm kind of like, how does this work again? Like, how do the broken cards work again? The black wings, the values, the frogs of it all. What do they do? You know, like, what do they do? Too much, right? I think the answer is too much. They do too much, chat. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling on this nice Tuesday night? The weather is finally fucking nice, so I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, I actually walked home from the gym today and it was fucking beautiful outside. Like, literally 75 degrees, which is basically perfect weather. What's up, Nim Nim? How's it going? Nim Nim, are you competing this weekend in the LDS? You dropped the high level forks part 3 and I had to become a tadpole. Yeah, part 4 is also, well, as you saw from part 3, there's more. So yeah, there will be a part 4. I will be at Vegas as well. Nim Nim. Omar Martinez, thank you for the sub. But yeah, I do plan to go to Vegas. I'm flying straight from Japan to Vegas, actually, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm hoping that I make it into the tournament. I paid for the tournament, but like, yeah. And then I'm going to be doing commentary at the RRC, the Retro Reborn tournament in April. I'm the lead commentator for Retro Reborn, so you'll see me doing live commentary at the next major for that one, which is an Edison major, April like 10th and 11th or something like that. What is going on with these two though? Like, where they at? All right, I'm gonna, in the meantime, I'm just gonna put this up. Okay, well, it is 10 minutes for a game loss. Ooh, Lad. Unfortunately, he's playing in a frog mirror match, it looks like, where Lad is not so good. Yeah, Morph's game did start. I think Morph won an Ultimate Time Wizard with GBs. This is the match I actually wanted to watch, so I'm going to leave this Frog Mirror match because Lord knows if there's anything I don't like watching is a Frog Mirror match. I don't really like mirror matches in general, actually, so I'm a mirror match hater, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't like any of them. But I especially don't like a Frog Mirror match, so... So, yeah. Hopefully this is... I don't imagine Morph is playing frogs right now. I do not imagine... What the fuck? This is not a jank tournament, Morph. So before the tournament started, Morph was like, enter with your, what did he say? He was like, enter with your jank decks, you cowards. And yeah, I guess he decided to, you know, put his money where his mouth is, because he's playing clearly a jank. Like, this is a jank deck. Like, it's fucking Fortune Ladies, bro. This is some jank. And this is not a jank tournament. I just want to make that clear. Like, this is not jank. Like, there's a fucking substitute on the field. What does this even do? When this card is normal summon, you can destroy a number of spell or traps your opponent controls equal to the number of face-up Fortune Ladies. So, wow. The attack and defense are equal to its level times 3. Okay. So it's a small, like, breaker on summon. And then it could be more than that. It could be like a Mobius. And I don't think you can Starlight Road this if it's like, it needs to do it on resolution, right? It counts at resolution or something like that. Isn't that how they rule that? Like with Stratos, and like if Stratos pops a bunch of cards in the back row, I don't think you can Starlight Road it or something. Bro, what is he playing? Oh, they're both playing Raigeki Brick, though. Yeah, you can't road Stratos. That's what I thought. Yeah, I feel like you can't road this card either. It's very similar. Because I feel like it checks the number of Fortune Ladies, like, after you would be able to normally Starlight Road. Yes, yes, yes. Expedition 33, indeed. I love this game soundtrack. I think it's the best video game soundtrack I've ever heard. Definitely top 3 for me. So I use it a lot. I bought a playset of Ulti Caius. That's a good investment. I feel like, so I know the advanced community is having a problem where like their cards are worthless basically. But Edison, our cards are worth money because one, they're old as fucking dirt. And people like love Edison format. A lot of people play Edison format. A lot of people like nice cards in Edison format. They like having their decks max rarity or just like blinged out. And so our cards hold a lot of value. Ulti Caius being one of them. And yeah, I feel like if that, you know, if you buy that card, you don't really have to worry about the price of it too much. Because like I don't foresee Konami ever reprinting like Caius Ulti the way that it is currently. Now, don't put it past them because the company's terrible. But like, I don't see them doing that. Yes, I've been playing Slate. I actually have only been playing Slate Aspire 2. I haven't really been doing much else. It's a miracle that you guys got the Frog OTK video that came out today for members, because when I tell you it's been really hard to not play Expedition 33, or not Expedition 33, Slate Aspire with every ounce of free time that I have. But yeah, I've been doing group runs with my team, like Cairo, OG, Kenny, Stango. We've been doing like multiplayer runs, which is really fun. Gary's new to the game, so he's been playing it for the first time with us, which is really nice. I think a True Hero is going to start playing it. And yeah, me, Stango, and Kenny have been playing it for over a year now. I actually played Slate Aspire for the first time basically January 2024. And I played it so much leading up to like the YCS Indianapolis that I actually credit Slate Aspire for helping me become like a better Yu-Gi-Oh player. Like in the podcast that I did following YCS Indianapolis, it was like me, Kenny, and Sizzle. And I credited a lot of like, I credit a lot of things to Slay the Spire, like just training me in different ways, because it is a card game also, on top of it being like a what's called a roguelike game. And it really like it really shows you how to like sequence, which is really important for frogs specifically, especially the frogs that I play right now, but back then I was playing hero frogs. But like it really does help you a lot to understand sequencing of things, which is a skill that you need in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Like you need to know how to sequence your cards correctly. I've been climbing my ascension levels again. Game feels so good. Exactly. I've been climbing ascensions as well. Yeah, Slate Aspire 2 can be played without the first game. You don't need to play the first game at all. They are completely independent. If you want to just play, you might as well just buy Slay the Spire 2. You'd never have to play Slay the Spire 1. You won't like miss out on anything really, except like there is a character that is in Slay the Spire 1 that's currently not in Slay the Spire 2, but I think that they will be eventually. But the best part about Slay the Spire 2, I think, is that there's multiplayer. I think that that is going to take this game to the next level, because like multiplayer is honestly so fucking fun. Like, I already thought Slay the Spire was amazing, and you guys seen me playing it on stream before, just by myself, just playing Slay the Spire because I love it so much. And this, again, it's a card game, so I'm pretty good at card games in general, and I just love it. And now I can play with my friends, which is like so fucking fun. It's so fun. Is Morph playing the Genlock? Isn't the Genlock technically in Edison format, right? Like, can't you like Genlock Relinquish or something? Did I make that up? I feel like you can Genlock people in this format. Not that it's good, because unlike Necros format, Edison has a lot of removal, like a lot of removal. Whereas if you remember Necros format, which I lived through and played in, that format had like DD Warrior Lady and Brawl. It was like this one card that it was like a Rhoda target, and it was like, I feel like it was like 1600. It was like a bull looking monster. I forget what it was called. I keep thinking of Brawl Bull, but it's not Brawl Bull, obviously, because Brawl Bull is an extract monster. But it was like some monster that I feel like you could Rhoda for, that like outed the Genlock. There's also like Armageddonite, Senfarfa. There's like a bunch of random things that people had to do to like out the Genlock in 2015. And like literally you probably had like 2 or 3 outs in your entire deck, like Book of Eclipse. It was bad. It was a bad time. Bullblader, thank you, 1,000 points goes to Aris, God of War. I wish I could award you points. But yes, that is exactly what I was talking about. Bullblader is the card that outed the Genlock as well. Le Genlock. I hated that fucking Genlock. I got second at the ARG during that time period too. I actually lost game 5 to the Genlock, funnily enough. Wasn't there a scandal in that format where both players agreed to side out a card and the one player kept it on his side? So that is a rumor, but it never actually happened. There's no opponent who had that happen to them, but it was talked about and the community like took it and ran with it. You know how Whistle Down the Lane works. But yeah, that never actually happened, but it was a thing that became a big discussion because at the time the best player in the world was the one who was basically bringing it to light that that's something that you can do, is like ask to side out a card and then you're siding a copy of it so they don't know. But yeah, I just hated that entire period of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just hate formats where like you have to out this thing, and if you don't out it, you literally lose the game. Like, that is just not fun to me. I really don't like that. And that's what Necros format was a lot of the time, until, you know, the Gen stuff went away. I was not one of the first few people to have Crush Card Virus. If you mean the prize card, the answer is no. I did not have the prize card as a kid. I had Crush Card Virus when it was mass released and it was in Gold Series. I did drop $200 on a Crush Card Virus from one of my friends who had an extra copy. That is how I got my Crush Card Virus during Teledat format. I remember that fondly. My friend Gus sold me a Crush Card Virus for $200, which was below the retail market, like the secondary market, the resale market, if anything. It was below resale, and because I think it was going for like $250, $300, and he sold it to me for $200, which he always does that. Like, if I ever need cards when I was younger, like, he would just sell it to me for cheaper. But no, I did not have a SJC crush card virus when I was a child. I saw a video on it, very interesting origin and history of the card. It was broken when it first came out and was expensive and rare. Well, it was a prize card, so you literally couldn't get it. Like, you could not get it. Which is like, you know. Crush card is a little too broken because... So, there's like extremes, right? Crush card, I want prize cards to be good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I like Konami making playable prize cards. Crush card is too good, though. Crush card made it where you won more crush cards because you would win or get top 3 at the next event or whatever, which is bad. You don't want a card that is so broken as a prize card that once somebody wins it, they basically, like, are set up to win or just objectively do well at the next event. So that's like too much. But then the other side of it is like what they're doing right now, which I think is complete bullshit and terrible. And that is printing these vanilla monsters that like nobody actually fucking wants. Like, I really, really don't like them. The Anotherverse cards, I think they're ass. They're not exciting. They're going through all the attributes. I get it. They're just not exciting. Like, bro, after the third one, it's like, okay. Like, honestly, after the second one, I was just like, what is happening? Like, why are we not getting actual prize cards? I think a balanced and fair prize card, a good prize card is like Dark End Dragon, Giant Hand, Minerva, like the Chaos Emperor Dragon one. Those are like good crush card. I mean, good like prize cards. Crush card is too broken. Doomcowl is shit. Shrink is shit. Gold Sark is fine. I think Gold Sark is absolutely fine. Like, Gold Sark is a good prize card. But then they just get carried away. Konami banned a player because he used card sleeves to trick people into thinking he played a different deck. When he did a deck profile explaining that he got banned afterwards. So wait, I don't understand. What is playing sleeves? How does sleeves make somebody think you're playing a different deck? I don't even look at my opponent. I don't even care about my opponent's sleeves. Prize card Chaos Emperor Dragon was on the stronger side of prize cards. Was it really? I watched your Obelisk Frogs on Master Disaster's Fire. Thank you. I think it was tokens, not sleeves. Okay, TJ said that's not what happened, and Morgan is saying that it was tokens, not sleeves. Dude had a Sky Striker token but was playing Sword Soul or something. It wasn't sleeves, it was a token, and he said his opponents thought he was one striker. I don't okay, so I get what you guys are saying now, right? Now that it's been explained to me correctly, I get what he did. He had a token. It basically would be like if I had a Gores token, right? And when I'm dueling you, I have the Gores token like face up so that you see the Gores token, which like let's say I'm playing a deck like Black Wings or GBs, which don't always play Gores. But when you duel me, I have a Gores token just face up on my extra deck or my side deck or whatever. You know how people have their shit set up. I get that like having the Gores token visibly there could make someone think like, oh, he plays Gores, obviously, right? But then like when you do your deck profile, you're like, I actually don't play Gores at all, but I just have the Gores token so that people think I play Gores. And I understand that like that is your intent. I still think though that is like not a big deal, because I don't care what tokens that I can, like, I don't care if you have a fucking token of like a Gores token. I don't care if you have a Cloudian token. Like, if you read too much into that, I think that that's on you as a player. I don't really think that he should be penalized for that. Like, I genuinely think that that's just like an overreach of Konami being ridiculous. I have a Fraser token, so people mistake me for you. Yeah, like where do you draw the line? I just think like, so because my opponent might think that, he said on camera that he intentionally revealed the token to mislead his opponents into thinking he was playing a different deck. Okay, if that is the case, see, now I'm getting more information. If that is the case, then yeah, then he broke the rules, because that is, if they made a rule already in place before he did that, that like you can't do that, like you can't do what he did. Like what he did factually is against Konami policy, I get it. Because like if you sit down in front of me, right, and I'm playing GBs without Gores in it, but I like make a note to show you a Gores token, just so that you are like thinking I have Gores, and then in the deck profile I'm like, I actually showed every one of my opponents my Gores token, but I don't play Gores, and like that's against Konami policy, then yes, obviously like what he did is wrong in that case. I actually know the player, by the way. Carl Manigat is who we're all talking about, right? I actually like I'm very familiar with him. But yeah, I think that with the context being added now, I understand why he got banned. You're also not allowed to mislead slash bluff. People thought you were sponsored because you use an ARG mat. That's funny. Imagine a judge call. Judge, I said, I supposed my opponent's deck by his token and I was wrong. Judge banned him. I think modern Yu-Gi-Oh just fucking sucks. I'm just gonna say it. Like, gloves off. It just fucking sucks. Full stop. Like, everything about it is just so bad. Like, it's so bad, and from every direction it's just so bad. like why would me bluffing my opponent get me banned? It's really dumb. Like, that is just a dumb. I still think at the end of the day that it shouldn't even be against policy to have a fucking token of a Sky Striker. Like the Hornet drones, I guess, is the token, right? I don't understand why me having a Hornet drones token and you reading into it too much get me banned. Like, I just think that that's fucking stupid. Do you know? Okay, so I'm from way back. I'm old. Back in the day, people used to have a Gladiator Beast Gyzaris in their side or in their extra deck. And they would have it face up when they played, and they were not playing fucking GBs. They would just have a Gyzaris though. And you could see it and think like, oh, he's playing GBs and they're just playing fucking Teledad or something, or like whatever, Lightsworn, I don't care. They're playing some deck that is not GBs, but they have a Gyzaris, and it's like, you know, they count out their extra, they count out their side or whatever like that, and then they put the cards, you know, they put everything. This is 2008, guys. So this is almost 20 years ago. But like, I think that that's a dumb reason to ban someone. Like, oh, because you have a Gyzaris that I saw and you intentionally kind of like showed it to me by having it face up on your mat, and I thought you were playing GBs, but you're not. I get like, I don't know, it's just dumb. This topic is circular now. Like, I feel like it's just like I'm going in a circle, but I just think it's dumb. I do not like that policy. I actually kind of like the era where like you could have a fucking Gladiator Beast Gyzaris, and if your opponent thinks that like you fucking play GBs, then that's on them. Like, I don't like, big deal. Like, I never care about what my opponent is doing outside of the actual game of Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's just like a me thing. I've been very headstrong about that since I was young. You can't lie to me during a game. You can't convince me of a play that I don't think is right. Like, you can't coerce me into doing anything. Like, I'm just too headstrong to like fall for any of the like fuckery. I've never been the guy to like get tricked into playing into a torrential or a mirror force. Like, when my opponent talks to me, I literally tune them out. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Like, you're my enemy. Like, I'm not taking advice from you. Like, I never bought into like, oh, he has a spell ground and a calculator case, therefore he's good. Like, that shit never mattered. I beat all the people with spell grounds and calculator cases when I played Modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, none of it ever mattered. You just play the game. Like, at the end of the day, you fucking sit down, you play the game. Like, all the extra stuff, they have a token, they have this red calculator case, they got this spell ground from Worlds. They're a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh player just like me, and most likely they're not as good. So Like none of that matters. But that's just me. Like I never really bought into the whole being deceived by my opponent propaganda. And I also don't mind people having nice things, because I have nice things when I duel, right? Like I play on a fucking tan Spellground from like 1994. So my mat is like worth thousands of dollars, but I don't play on it because it's worth thousands of dollars. I play on it because it's the mat I played when I was a kid. And I've been playing on a tan Spellground since I was a kid. And like it just happened to, you know, 20 years later, it's just now worth way more money. But like, it's not to flex on someone necessarily. It's not like for that purpose. It is a flex, I'm aware of that, but it's not like, oh, that's my intention with playing on it. And I don't think my opponent should be intimidated by me playing on it either. But there were times where people were intimidated by people with Spellgrounds, and they were intimidated by people with calculator cases, and like, you know, all the bullshit. And I just think that all of that is just, I never bought into that. Like I would play against a pro player when I wasn't good, and they would have all the things, and I would just be completely unbothered. I would show up to my round versus Frazier with some wings and banana pudding. TJ, if you show up to the round with wings and banana pudding, that like, I can't control what might happen when I sign a slip and just eat instead of playing that round. like I genuinely might be like, you know what, bro, you got it. Like, some of the best players I played against even play low rarity cards because they care about the actual game and being good at it. High rarity cards don't buff you in any way. Exactly. Although I will say, I didn't win until I played max rarity. So there's that, you know, just be, you know, whatever that means, right? Like but no, I'm kidding. You don't need, obviously the rarity doesn't fucking matter. Like it's completely extra. It's completely gratuitous. Like you don't need max rarity cards. It will not increase your win rate or anything like that. Yeah, pink sleeves were a thing. White PC sleeves before they became extremely popular and very like easy to get and all that. Okay, well Tim was playing. Let me look at the bracket. This is single elimination, by the way, guys. So we're here for a good time and not a long time tonight. I just want that to be very clear. We are here for a good time and not a long time. So let me go back to this. What's happening in this Frog Mirror match? Cancer. I'm leaving that. Okay. What else do we have? Let's see. Who else is playing? Ooh, Ty. I think Ty is playing, right? Edison Club Ty is playing against Hacker. Yep. Okay. So this is an actual. But yeah, I like nice things, as you guys know, right? Like I like nice things. I'm a brand whore. I'm a label whore. Like I'm very materialistic. I like nice things. I always have. But like when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, none of that matters to me, and it really shouldn't matter to you or anybody else. Like, and I think that extends to like peripherals. Like I just think that shit shouldn't matter. You just play the game. Hey, Frozen Soul, what's up? I feel like I haven't seen from you or heard from you in a while. You want the championship world Spellground, don't you? The only world Spellground. I guess there's two world Spellgrounds that I really like. I like the purple one, which is like extremely expensive, and I like the green one with the like red star looking thing on it. I like both of those. But as much as I like them, I never was drawn. Like I could have purchased them many times in the past, and I just never went through with it. And then like now they're just so astronomically high. The price of them is just kind of a joke now. So I'm just like, okay. Like I know the purple one is like over $8,000 or something like that. It might be more. I don't even know anymore. But the last I remember is it being like 8K or something. I was like, okay, people are just making up prices, and like that's how the market works, right? If someone's willing to pay it, then that's what it is worth. The purple is the 94. Okay, yeah, so that's the one. The purple mat is really, really nice. I really do like that mat. Like, genuinely, not because of how expensive it is. I've always liked that mat. But the price of it now is just, like, so egregious that it's just kind of like, I almost feel like it's an IQ test or something. Like, they're trying to bait me to see if I'm, like, an idiot. Like, would you pay $10K for this mat? And I'm just like, no. Like, no. But it is a really fucking nice mat. I cannot take that away from it. It is a very nice mat, so. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with having nice things. Nothing wrong with wanting or you know, procuring nice things. I don't even have a problem with people who paid $8,000 to buy it. There are people who have bought those Spellgrounds at the price of like 8K, and I know them. And I'm like, man, you got it. Like, you have fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, this will not hurt you at all. So this is not Slay the Spire quest, although I've been playing Slay the Spire a good amount. Not as much as I would like to, just because I still full-time job, full-time content creator, gym, which I came from like an hour before this live stream, and then just everything else going on in my life. Very busy guy. But Slay the Spire 2 is amazing. It's an amazing game. It's my favorite game right now. Probably going to be game of the year for me. Last year was Expedition 33, and it wasn't close. But this year is definitely Slay the Spire 2. I love it. I love that it's multiplayer. We're definitely gonna... So we're gonna upload some multiplayer runs, like me, Stango, Kenny, Stango, Gary. Like, we're gonna do multiplayer runs and have some of them on the channel. That's like a goal that we're gonna do. I don't expect those videos to do particularly like great, just because I know that this channel is primarily a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and even more niche than that, it is primarily an Edison Yu-Gi-Oh channel. So when I upload content for like something different than that, a lot of people are like, I don't know what this is, I don't play this, I don't know what this is, like, I'm not clicking it right, and that's fine. But then there's some people who are like, oh, I actually like this game too, and it'll be for you guys. And also, you'll get to hear how we interact, because I think that one of the things that is kind of like lost is that I have a big group of friends that we're all in a Discord server together, but you guys rarely get to like hear us all interact together. Like me, A True Hero, OG, Kenny, Stango, Sushant, or Televisual. Like, we talk all the time, but you know, those conversations are like in our Discord server or whatever. But then you'd hear us like talking during the Slay the Spire playthroughs. How much are normal Spellground mats going for? Do you mean like the tan and gray ones from 94? Those are thousands of dollars. I'm going to open up eBay and we're going to look together. I've done this before on stream, by the way. Okay, so here is a tan for $16.49 apparently. 1994 Spellground playmat tan V1, and it's very good condition. This condition is actually like, it looks really good to me. This is the exact mat that I play on. Like, when you see me playing at events, this is the mat that I use. I have had this, well, I've used a tan Spellground. I've had different ones, but I've used a tan Spellground for the bulk of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. Like, this is the mat that I primarily use. And I've just always been kind of drawn to it. Now, there are some, let me see if I type in, like, there's another one on the internet for $1,700. This one also looks like it's in pretty good condition. Another 1994 tan. So there, I mean, the 1994 tans, you probably can get them for like $1,500. It looks like that would be a good price. It looks like, because the other one was like 16 something. This one's 17. This is also really good condition. People have been taking care of these. Damn. Mine is in really good condition as well. I'm just surprised to see so many that are like in really, really, really good condition. But yeah, and then the gray one is worth more. I don't know if this is where it gets. Like, chat, this is where it gets like, okay, what are we doing, right? Like what are we doing here? I just don't know Like, is this like an IQ test? Like this goes back to where I think like I'm being punked. Like, where's Ashton vibes? You know, like 6,500 for this one. I don't know. They've just gotten out of hand is all. Like the Spellgrounds have gotten out of hand, and I blame the pandemic because that's when everything collectibles just went up egregiously. But then like you'll see like a gray right here for like $2,000. And granted, this one isn't as like, I guess it isn't as pristine, but this still looks like a good condition one to me. But this one is 2K, and it's like, okay, here's a gray one. Everyone loved the gray one so much, and I just never... Oh, it has a hole in it. Well, that explains that. I never really saw it for the gray one the same way, just because everyone nut rode this one so bad that it just kind of made me a little turned off by it. Because, like, I don't know. I just always kind of, like, did my own thing when it came to... So if everyone was like, oh, I like the gray one, I'm like, okay, well... Not only do I naturally like the tan one, but I also like the tan one because you fuckers all think the gray one is better. So let me just go this way. Like, y'all go that way. But like, again, like, what are we doing, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, chat? This one is $3,000. Like, I don't know. And I don't know what's causing... My thing is like, you know, we live in a capitalist society. It's a free market. So you can make whatever price. I could post mine on the internet right now and make it $8,000. And if somebody is crazy enough to pay that price, then that's what it is. But like, why is this one $3,200? And then like, let me close these ones. But like, these ones are like 17, 16. And then the other guy is just like, I want $3,200 for this. Like, I don't get it. It's just kind of like, okay, like why would yours just be worth $3,200? Whatever. Like I said, things are worth whatever people are willing to pay. So if somebody's willing to pay $3,200 for a Spellground mat, then that's what the Spellground mat is worth at the end of the day. And money is relative. I understand that like those prices might be very fair to other people, or they might just be like, this is nothing because they just have so much money for whatever reason. And then some people are like, that is my rent, that is my car note for several months, or not in today's economy, but for like a month or maybe 2 at max, like tops. Like absolute tops. But yeah, I remember when Calsa Brain came back into making Spellgrounds, and they made like the obsidian one that was, you know, black, and they made like a tan one, but the material on the back was so bad on those mats. They still ended up going for a lot of money though, like after a while. Initially they didn't, but then after like a couple years, they became really expensive. Like I remember selling my black one for like hundreds of dollars, and I couldn't understand why anybody would pay that. Yeah, I know the metal cards in Riftbound are worth a lot of money. I mean, at the end of the day, collectibles are worth whatever people are willing to pay for them. And yeah, my favorite song, bro, I can't name one song. I like every song that you hear. So if you watch my top 5 decks in Edison, or you watch my top 5 most hated cards in Edison video, I use those songs a lot. So it's probably safe to say that like those are my favorite songs, but Alicia is probably #1, even though I don't use that in videos because one, it has like actual lyrics, like a lot of lyrics, and I typically do not go for songs that have a lot of lyrics in a video, just because I'm going to be talking. I don't want to be competing. Oh, Frozen Soul, thank you for the $20. New Edison project in the works. I'd love to run it by you sometime. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, King. I'm currently working on Edison Jank, so I will absolutely hear you out. I owe you that much. But in terms of like other projects with Edison, I'm already doing an undertaking of a really big Edison Jank, which has been going really well. The first updated ban list will come out before, like, no sooner than April 1st is what I've been saying, is like a meme, because that's how Konami talks. Awkward. Okay, so he's going to summon his own Absolute Zero, which unless there is a brain control, it's really hard to deal with like Absolute Zero. Okay, so we're just going to lose everything, where everyone's just going to lose all their cards. Okay, cool. Beneath the Blue Tree is underrated. You notice I use Beneath the Blue Tree in like every chance I get, I use Beneath the Blue Tree. Beneath the Blue Tree is insane. Also, Lampmaster is insane. The Merchant Battle is insane. Go Blue, like what is her name? Grogra or whatever her name is. She's like that. Her music is just Monoko's theme. Yep, that's another one. Yeah, Frozen, I got you. Can I get my entry fee back? You wouldn't help me. Only reason I paid. What? What? Who are you talking to? You talking to me? These Edison videos are a cure for my depression. Thanks. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I love helping people to get through their day because I listen to podcasts myself to work. Like I do accounting for a living, which is just like, I'm really good at what I do, but it is very like tedious. And so having something in my ear to just like kind of make the day go faster is really nice. Good evening, Enraged. How you doing, my guy? You are a Treeborn Frog, which I feel like takes a year to become, or at least a year? Maybe 2? No, Substitute is like 2 years, right? Flying Waters, Go Blue is so weird but so good. Yeah, I love Flying Waters. I love Go Blue. I don't think I know that one by name, Leon. De Chair Latoy? I don't know that one. Like, I'm sure I've heard it. I just don't know it by name. That's the thing. That soundtrack is so large. Like, I have it on my Apple Music. And it's just like such a huge soundtrack. I know at some point I do plan to play Expedition 33 again. I actually never played the fucking expansion that they released, so I have to do that as well. Like I have to play the expansion. Oh, it's the open world song. Yeah, I love that too. Like, the game just doesn't have bad music. Oh, that is a good idea, honestly. I like that, Frozen, yeah. Going back to, like, you know, the roots of the Frozen Soul Cup. What I recommend is that you watch my top 5 decks in Edison format video, because that video will tell you exactly what is popping off and has been popping off, like, you know, leading up to this year. Like, those 5 decks, I think, they've won most of the tournaments. Especially the top 3 have won, like, Like literally not even just making up a random percentage. The top 3 decks, which are Vayu, Blackwing, Hero Frog, have won literally, if you collect their wins, 90% plus of all tournaments. Which is like really strong. Mm-hmm. It takes 1 year for Treeborn. I'm at 17 months, so 7 more months and I hit the final level. Indeed. Yeah, I think you and Phil Campa are going to reach the Substitute level, which is the highest level, before anyone else. Oh, you started an esports business. Okay, chat, I hope you can help me. I've been trying to pick up Edison and I do get some wins here and there, but I really can't settle down on a deck to try hard and learn the format with. You gotta go with the vibe, man. I tried every deck in Edison in 2022 before I found Frogs in 2023. I did try Frogs in 2022 when Rodnak got like top 3 at an RBET. And at the time, it didn't feel correct to me. So I tried it and I was like, okay, this deck is definitely good, but it just wasn't, it still was missing something. And then in 2023, I started experimenting with it like heavily. And then it just like, then I just figured it out. Like I figured out like, this is the formula. This is the correct Hero Frog list. This is like the way this deck needs to be played. And ever since then, it has just been my favorite deck. But it, like I had to gel with the deck. Like some people really love Black Wings, which I commend them because that shit is so boring, but some people really like their Blackwing deck. Some people really like Vayu, which I think Vayu is way more exciting, so I understand Vayu. Lightsworn and Twilight I think are very exciting decks, very fun decks as well. Very cool decks, like what they do, what they summon, their playstyle. Like I think all that stuff is really cool. For me, I like the complexity of Frogs. I like that most of my opponents don't have a full grasp on what I'm doing. And I like that I know that it's a skill check on players being able to pick up the deck and do exactly what I do with it, because I think that like it's easy to replicate a lot of things that like the bird decks do, whereas I don't think the same is possible for like Frogs. I think Frogs are just like very complicated and they take like a lot more time to just like start doing well with. Like it's not they're not pick up and play. So that for me, the complexity of the deck is what drew me to it, because I for whatever reason just like having a hard time. I love Ancient Gear Machina. No deck feels as aggressive. Yeah, see, and once you find your place, like, there's nothing quite like it. You just have to find a deck that makes you really feel. Okay, looks like Ty took it down. So where are we at in the bracket? Nowak is playing. Oh God. What is going on here? Oh, is he? Oh, this is like deck out. Heavy and Trune have been used. How has no? Oh wait, they probably got discarded actually. By card destruction. That's so fucked. They got discarded by card destruction. Like losing both of them is crazy. I guess it's not. If he plays like Trap Stun or something though, this is very winnable. I don't know what the bottom deck is actually on, so I can't even comment on like what that is trying to do. Hey Fraser, after speaking with Yugioh, would you consider taking non-conversion into a major tournament? I don't know. Like I don't honestly, here's what I do. I'm a content creator. I allow other people on my platform to give their perspective. So I had Alistair on to give the perspective of the conversion side, and I had Yugioh on to give the perspective of the non-conversion side. At the end of the day, I do what I want. I do not care about like what other people think or what other people do or what, you know, arguments they have or whatever. I always make my own mind up on what I'm going to do. So to me, like I'm just going to do whatever I want when I play in a tournament. It does not, I didn't like hear what he said and think like, oh, now I want to play the non-conversion side necessarily. At the end of the day, the most important thing for me is just like providing the platform for people to express like their perspective, especially people who have been successful, because him and Alistair have both won Edison majors. They've both won tournaments of like 200 players. So they're both valid and they both know what they're talking about, which I love because they're experts in the deck. Like they genuinely both are. But like in terms of me, like I don't think it matters like what I want to do in the next tournament or like what I play what in a tournament. I just don't think that matters. How is he bringing back? Oh wait, hold on. I'm not paying attention, but thank you, chat, for always being on point. How do you report? Type /loss, which is in the announcements. Use your platform to show all sides of the argument and allow the viewers to make decisions based on that. Yes. You know what? Oh wait, Fortune Ladies are actually just... Wait, more than one person's playing Fortune Ladies? What wasn't Morph playing Fortune Ladies, bro? I'm confused. This was not advertised as a jank tournament. Like, this is regular Edison, bro. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I would have to read like every Fortune Lady card. I couldn't tell you, besides the win one that I just read because Morph was playing it round one. I couldn't tell you what they do. I'm gonna be honest, Enraged. The way I treat One Piece is like whenever I get in the mood to catch up on One Piece, I catch up on One Piece. I don't have like a Nothing will move me to catch up on One Piece in terms of like, I don't care what the anime's doing. I don't care what the manga's doing. I just literally catch up on One Piece when I feel like it. And I just haven't been in the mood for One Piece in a while. Like after they finished the Eggman arc, like Eggman Island, that arc was insane, obviously. But then after that, I was like, okay, I'll see where they're going with the story, and like, I'm excited for it, but I have not been interested enough to want to read up on like however many chapters I've missed, which by now is like, I don't know, probably like 30 chapters or something. Oh, I wanted to say this. The One Piece live action came out today. I will be doing a podcast on that because I actually like the live action One Piece. So you will get to hear some One Piece content from me. Like very soon. I actually really like One Piece live action. Like I think it's entertaining. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I am eating banana, walnut, and chocolate chip bread. From Levain Bakery, I think it's called. It's like Levain Bakery. I think it started in New York or something. It is very, very fucking good. How did you get depression from that? You never had banana bread, bro? Like banana bread is one of the best things in life. Like I feel bad if you have never had banana. Like banana bread is crack. I watched season 1 of Fire Force and I never went back to that anime. I didn't particularly enjoy it. Banana bread is insane. When when I used to work in the office, there would be like old ladies who would bring in like banana bread every once in a while, and that shit, it's so good. Like I love the fact that banana bread is basically made from when bananas get to a point where nobody wants to eat them, the way that like they get all, you know, mushy and shit. It's basically made when like bananas get ripened. And I love that. Like I love that people have found a way to just make that into a very, very good dessert. Yeah, banana pudding. I like everything banana. Banana pudding, banana bread, banana Foster's ice cream, and like banana sundaes, like banana splits. There's pretty much like nothing you could do with a banana that I do not enjoy when it, like I love the taste of bananas, so. I like Soul Eater a lot. I just did not vibe with Fire Force. Just could not get, I just think that it's like way too cliche, and it didn't really impress me in any particular way. When I have to compare it to like every anime I've ever seen and all the other shonens I've seen, I'm just like, this is just, it's kind of like Black Clover. Like I don't like Black Clover. I think it's way too generic. I think that like Asta and like that entire anime is just a fucking carbon copy of like the shonens that came before it. Like not like the shonen, the big shonens like Naruto, mainly Naruto. it just uses entirely too many of the same tropes, and I don't find the main character particularly interesting. And Fire Force, I felt the exact same way. I'm like, I don't find this world particularly interesting. Soul Eater was insane though. Soul Eater is like one of my favorite animes. Soul Eater is in like my top 20 anime. Me and Kenny watched Soul Eater in one day back in like, maybe it was it was probably one weekend. We watched it in like one weekend. We watched Soul Eater in like one weekend when we were very young, like 2011 or something, 2013. I don't know. It was like a really early days. And we just watched that shit straight through, and it was so fucking good. Is he really about to, is this like the deck out thing is happening? No, I do not agree. I watched Fire Force. I don't know, like, I don't know what part of that is being lost here. I watched Fire Force. I watched season 1, and it was not good to me. It is not something that I want to watch again. That is what I'm saying. And I watched Soul Eater, and I love Soul Eater. I do not feel the same way about Fire Force. They are two different anime. Not a fan. Shippuden's okay. I don't think it's definitely nowhere near to go. Like, Naruto Shippuden is not in my, like, it's not even top, it's definitely not in my top 10. Probably like top 15, top 20, somewhere around there. Naruto Shippuden ended so bad. It just ended so poorly. And then, like, a lot of things went wrong with Shippuden. I think Naruto, like, just base series Naruto is insane though. Like, base series Naruto is such a good fucking anime. And Shippuden, I feel like they definitely dropped the ball in a lot of different ways. Yeah, I don't follow the logic of like, oh, you liked this anime, therefore you will like this anime. Like, I don't think that is how that works, because they're not the same. Like, they're different. Like, I don't really subscribe to that. Like, I like dystopian anime, right? Like, I like things that are very dystopian. So I like Promised Neverland, for example, season 1. And that doesn't mean that I like every dystopian anime though, just because they have that in common. Like, Fire Force and Soul Eater may be in the same universe or world or whatever, but they're not the same anime. They're not even like close to the same anime. Was there like a battle fader or something? What is this? You can triple discard after this effect if you do monsters. Okay, this doesn't stop anything in the hand. Oh, he's out of pots. Yeah, base series Naruto is like next level writing and just like emotions, and it also was very like, I feel like, so Naruto is the Dragon Ball Z for the next generation. It's like Dragon Ball Z was like what I grew up on, and then the kids who came after me grew up on Naruto. And they have a lot of very similarities, but I think Naruto overall is just like a better anime. Like, story-wise, it's not even like, I think Dragon Ball Z is not even close. Naruto just has a factually way better storyline, and I like obviously the animation is so much better. Like, the fights are better, the build up to the fights are better. Like, there's so many things that Naruto just does like better. So I get why a lot of people who are younger than me really like Naruto, but in terms of like the story, like overall, like when you get to like the overall story. Unfortunately, it has the Game of Thrones problem. Like, it just kind of fucking nosedived. I don't know, and I really don't like that it did that. It just was like, yeah, we're going to absolutely fuck up this story for no reason at the very end. And there were problems before, like the Kaguya thing too. Like, the war arc is full of mess. Like, it's a mess. Like, the war arc is a fucking mess. But like, I think before that they were doing a decent job, and then they just were like, let's rush all of these things into let's just create hype and not care about how we're writing the characters or the story at all. Oh my god, he won. I thought he was about to get battle fadered. I don't know why, but I just had this feeling that like battle fader was coming down and it was just going to be a fucking assault. Like, just absolutely get battle fader for GG. Okay, where are we at in the bracket? Noak is still playing, actually. Been featuring him a lot on the channel since he joined last month. Different dimension gate. Bro, what is this? Activate this card by banishing one monster on each field. Banish those targets. When this card is destroyed into the graveyard, return those banished monsters to the field. I've seen this. This is an old card. I've seen this when I was younger. I think my best friend used to play this, but I kind of forgot exactly how it works. Interesting. Very interesting. And these activate. Okay, I see the cook here. I see what we're cooking. The problem is Unifrog is too good. The problem is Unifrog needs to die. What are some of your top 10 anime? Death Note, Attack on Titan, obviously. Death Parade, Hunter x Hunter. Code Geass is also one of my favorites. Free Run easily, like easily. My top two anime though are Attack on Titan and Death Note. Those are my two like absolute favorite anime of all time, and I think Free Run is like a close second right now to like those two. But like, yeah, it's like Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Free Run, Attack on Titan, Death Parade. Those are like some of my absolute favorite anime ever. Like, Death Parade is only 12 episodes, and I literally cry when I watch that. Like, that anime brings me to fucking tears. Madhouse is just such, like, Madhouse is so good. Madhouse is who does Death Note. They do Death Parade. They do a lot of other things, of course. Monster. I just think Madhouse is insane, like, from that era. Yeah, Death Parade is really, really good. It's very thought-provoking. And episode 11, I'm pretty sure, is like the big reveal. And I cry. There's this one, like, scene, Memento Mori, literally brings me to tears. Like, if I watch Death Parade up to episode 11 right now, I'll be in tears. Like, I will fully be a sobbing child. I have watched Platinum End. That was also pretty good. Platinum End is pretty good. Let me. Okay, wait, no, I did not see Platinum End. This is not what I thought it was. Never mind. I have not seen this one. You could very clearly tell that this looks like the art style of Death Note, though. Like, blatantly. I haven't heard much about I've heard of Platinum End, but I haven't heard much about it, which is kind of Let me find out fortune ladies are like even remotely real. Gintama is a very fun chill watch. I heard good things about Gintama. Kenny mentioned an anime called Heavenly Delusion on the pod a few episodes back, and I think you love it. 12 episodes, very emotional, dystopia, and a complex story. That sounds exactly like it's right up my alley. I have not watched A Silent Voice. Yeah, Attack on Titan is goated. Like, absolutely one of my favorite, like, of all time. And I always say Attack on Titan might actually be my favorite anime of all time, but I haven't watched it since it concluded, so I need to watch it straight through, because you remember how the last, like, 4 seasons of it, I feel like, it was like Final Season Part 1, Final Season Part 2, 3, 4, and all that. So that came out, like, year over year, and I just want to watch it like from episode 1 all the way to the end. But it's very likely that Attack on Titan is just straight up my favorite anime of all time. Hmm. Thank you for the $5, Brandon. Saw the Attack on Titan Beyond the Walls Orchestra World Tour last week and it was phenomenal. Did they play like Fire on the Ashes from the final season part 1? Because that song, when I tell you that song, I used to listen to that shit in the gym. 1, it's loud as fuck, and 2, it's just, oh, it's so good. That song is so, when I tell you, episode 1 of the final season, part 1, when like the Beast Titan comes out and the fucking Armor Titan come out, peak. Fucking peak, bro. When the Beast Titan takes those rocks and he rolls them at the ships, oh, it's just like, yeah, like Fire on the Ashes is one of my absolute favorite anime songs. Yeah, the Beast Titan is terrifying. I think it's episode 1 of season 2. When like the Beast Titan shows up. I remember just being so afraid of a Titan that speaks perfect English and understands you. I guess Japanese, but like you get the idea. It can speak like fluently. A Titan that speaks and understands and doesn't just like try to murderously kill everything it sees. Something about that just creeped me out so bad because I couldn't think of like, first of all, the way it looks, like it just doesn't look like the rest of the Titans. Everything about it just screamed like, this needs to be as far away from me as possible. The Beast Titan looks terrifying. And at the time, like, he was the biggest thing next to the Colossal Titan. It's like Colossal Titan is obviously, you know, 20 meters or whatever. And then the Beast Titan was also outrageously big, like bigger than all the other Titans. And then he has that insane throwing ability. Yeah, Beast Titan gives Uncanny Valley for sure. Yeah, Hero is definitely one of the best episodes of anime and television I've ever seen. Like, easily. Hero is outrageous. Hero is outrageous. Also, Return to... That whole arc, Return to Shin... I don't even know how to say it correctly, but like, starts with an S. That whole arc of Attack on Titan is just the best. Like, I am getting chills thinking about how good that arc was. The Armin versus Erwin thing. I don't watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, unfortunately. Shigan Shina, that's what it is. Yeah, Return to Shigan Shina is crack. Like, if you ever want to experience some of the best anime you will ever experience, and I give my like word that it is some of the best anime you will ever experience, you need not look further than watch Attack on Titan. And then once you get to whatever season, I think it's like season 3. Once you get to season 3, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think all the seasons of Attack on Titan are good. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you gotta like watch it to this point until it's good. It's good. Episode 1, frame 1. Like, episode 1 is amazing, and then every episode after that is also very good. But it peaks in like season 3, and then it also peaks again in the final season in several instances. Attack on Titan is what got me back in anime. See, that's insane. Every emotion you can feel, I felt while watching the mystery, the darkness of it. the action, the intelligence of the show. Yeah, like I'm also a big fan of characters like Eren Yeager. So I'm a big Eren Yeager fan. I'm a big Madara fan. I'm a big Aizen fan. I'm a big Yagami Light fan. I'm a big Johann Liebert fan. So characters who are like that, like the psychotic intellectual characters, I tend to gravitate towards them. I like them a lot. And Eren Yeager is just like, chef's kiss. Like chef's kiss on everything about that character. The big, like, I'm not gonna have a full like Attack on Titan spoiler session, but the thing with him and his dad is just like, it lives rent free in my head, bro. And then the memes that came from that shit, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've seen Attack on Titan, you know what I'm talking about with Eren and his dad. But that, when I tell you, I don't know if I've ever been blown away more by a reveal in anime in my entire fucking life, bro. I don't know if there's any reveal. I don't know if there's any reveal in anything ever. In anything, not even just anime, like movies, TV shows, fucking Game of Thrones, like you name it. I think Eren and his dad, and the reveal for that is the most ridiculous shit I have ever like it broke me, bro. It broke me. I have never recovered from that. Oh god, I never recovered from that. Yeah, even oh my god, Attack on Titan. God, you guys have got me on a, I'm spiraling right now because I'm just thinking about how good Attack on Titan is. You mean when they reveal Eren's dad plays GBs and only GBs? That's funny. Yeah, the end of Attack on Titan. The reason why Attack on Titan is also one of my favorite anime, because just like Death Note, I think it ends perfectly. Like I think the ending of Death Note and the ending of Attack on Titan are literally like perfect endings. Like everything leading up to it, and then the way things turn out, I think it's just like that's a thing with amazing series. Like, so let's take Game of Thrones for example. Game of Thrones is like one of my favorite TV shows, in my top 5 TV shows of all time, and as good as it is, like the ending of like season 8 as a whole is garbage, like just straight up garbage. Like it's bad. It's like genuinely bad. It's not exaggerated. It's just a bad season. But everything up to that is like some of the best television you will ever watch. Do I like Solo Leveling? Yes and no. So I like Solo Leveling because it's a turn your brain off hype anime, like a, you know, it's that kind of like you don't have to really think about what's happening too much because it doesn't have a complex storyline or anything. It's just like some overpowered dude just doing the things that you would love to do if you were like a 9-year-old. I think that the animation looks really nice. I think that Sung Jin-woo is a really cool character. Like he's, you know, aura forming and all that. He's all the things. In terms of like depth though, like DEPTH, it does not have much depth to it. So I don't particularly care about it. Yeah, it's like it's not bad. It's not, Solo Leveling is, I would not say it's bad, but it's also just kind of like at my age and with the amount of media that I've consumed, right? I just have a higher standard for like what I think is great, and I don't think Solo Leveling is great. I think that it's just like good. I think it's just like, it's good. You watch it. There's not really too much to like dive deeper into. There's not much going on. It's just like this guy just keeps getting fucking ridiculously stronger, and he beats everything he fights against almost low difficulty at this point, and like it is what it is, right? Kind of like One Punch Man. Like I kind of turn my brain off when I'm watching One Punch Man. I'm like, I like this, I enjoy it for what it is, but I'm not expecting like much from it, and for me that always lowers things for me. Like I'm never going to give like One Punch Man or Soul Leveling, they're never going to be on a level of like Free Ren or Death Note or Attack on Titan or Death Parade or Hunter x Hunter and like the countless other anime that just have really been like The Promised Neverland season 1. Yeah. And like, not every anime needs to be Death Note, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Free Ren level. Like, I don't need every anime to be that. To be clear, it's just that, like, if you're asking me like how I feel about something or like how I rank things, then anime like that are never going to be in like my top list. Like Soul Leveling will never be in my top. Demon Slayer will never be in my, like, my top anime. It just doesn't. It lacks depth. Like, there's not much depth to Demon Slayer. There's not much depth to Soul Leveling. They're beautiful anime. They're beautiful to look at, or manhwa or whatever. But like, oh shit. I almost didn't recognize the card because I've never seen that plasma in real life. I've only seen it on Dueling Book. I did watch Full Metal Alchemist. I am not a fan. I am not a Full Alchemist fan. I've expressed this on the podcast and on this channel multiple times. Why is the guy playing missing a colossal arm line? Listen, Alistair, not everyone can be a Frog OTK guru. Honestly, I do think that if you're going to play Frog OTK, one of my first rules of this deck is that you need to never miss lethal. You absolutely should not. Like, if you have game, you need to make sure that you do it 100% of the time. That is like my rule. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but that's the mindset that I think you should have, and you should strive to, like, okay, do I have game? You should always know, like, when you have game and how to, you know, how to execute it. Because to me, the OTK lines are the easiest part. Like, just knowing, like, okay, you're dead. Like, that, to me, that's the easy part. Demon Slayer is a perfect starter shonen for people getting into anime. It is so boring in its story, but the anime is so flashy that it's going to be hard to not grab a newer anime watcher. I agree. I think that, I wouldn't say it's boring though. I agree with the part that it's a perfect starter anime. Like, I think if I was dating someone and they were just like, oh, I'm not into anime, I never really watched it, Demon Slayer is an anime that I could absolutely show someone who's never watched anime before, and I think that they would genuinely like it and vibe with it. In fact, I did that recently. I was watching anime with somebody I was dating, and like we started with Demon Slayer. I agree, Alistair. But bro, I swear, if you've watched as much Yu-Gi-Oh as I have, and if you've played as much Yu-Gi-Oh as I have, you'll know that nothing is off the table when it comes to misplaying. People mess up on every, like, the most basic things, bro. It does not matter like how easy the line is. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, people are going to misplay, people are going to throw. Did you see the fucking replay in Format Library? Oh my god, this replay was so crazy. It just happened, like, it was like Romano versus someone, and like the guy just has game in 18 different ways for like 18 turns, and he just never does it. He ends up losing. Like, he never goes for it. He could kill for like 4 turns straight. He has just that game. He just has game for like 4 turns straight. He just never does it. And it's like, you know, watching it, you're like, how is this possible? But like, everyone's different. I think I would pick Solo Leveling over Demon Slayer. I don't know about that. The reason why I don't know about that is because Demon Slayer made me cry, and Solo Leveling has never even brought me close to crying. I've never even become close to crying with Solo Leveling. Granted, yeah, I've never been close to even, like, honestly, Solo Leveling has not brought any emotions out of me at all. When I watch Solo Leveling, I am completely deadpan, besides the feeling of like hype. Like, that is it. But in terms of like actually like other emotions besides just hype, I've never felt anything watching Solo Leveling like that. When I watched Demon Slayer, Season 1, Episode 19, Tanjiro versus Rui, when he first does Hino Kami Kagura, I literally cried at the end of that episode. Like, that episode made me fucking tear up in my room. I was watching, so at the time that I started watching Demon Slayer, it had already been out for like several weeks. So they were up to like episode 17 when I started it. So I binge watched it to episode, by the time I caught up, episode 19 was the new episode. And so I caught up right in time. And I saw episode 19, and I remember, like, I went and got a sandwich for lunch, I sat on my desk, I turned my TV on, and I was eating my lunch and just watching the episode like I watched any other episode of anime. And I'm watching it, I'm like, man, this episode is like pretty good. And then it gets to the part where like Rui's like, I'm gonna take your sister, like she belongs to me, and there's nothing you can do. And he's beating the shit out of Tanjiro. And then like Tanjiro's like he has these visions about his dad doing the fire breathing dancing, and then he snaps. And that first Hinokami Kagura, the art of it all, the music of it all, and the way he's like, no one will ever take my sister away from me, and he, you know, cuts his head off and everything. That, the way it ends to the song, like the song of Kamedo Tanjiro or whatever, the way that episode ends with that song after he slices Rui's head, and you see Tanjiro's whole family, you see all of his family in the ending, and that song is playing, I literally just started tearing up. Like, it is such a sad moment because I realized in that moment that Tanjiro has lost everyone. And all he has is his sister Nezuko, and someone is trying to take her away from him. So seeing all his little brothers and sisters and his mom, and like knowing that they're all dead, and it just like broke me. Like, it broke me. I sat in this room and I fucking cried. I cried so bad. And
yeah, all right.
What?
I said, yeah, all right.
Are you out?
Yeah, me and Gary played.
Oh, Gary got you out of here?
I got hit with the game one spiciness. You know what I lost to game one.
I know exactly what you lost to.
Did you get your stream up?
Oh, is it not on? Oh, I was in the other channel. Wait, hold on. There we go. But yeah, no. Demon Slayer has brought out emotion. I mean, it really was only that one time. The rest of it has been like good, but just whatever. But like, Soul Leveling has just never made me feel like that, basically. The animes that made me cry were Death Parade, episode 11. I cried the hardest from that anime, I think, out of anything I've ever watched in my life. I think that anime made me cry so fucking bad. And then Demon Slayer episode 19 season 1, also just like tearjerker for all the reasons I just described. I'm trying to think if anything else has made me feel like that though. It might have just been those two things. Like nothing in Hunter x Hunter
made you feel your feels.
Yeah, like made me really feel like super sad and like melancholy, just like tears.
So I don't know if you you recall, like maybe like a year and a half ago, I did my actual first watch of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
The scene where Kui is trying to get Yusuke water,
yep,
when he's doing the challenge in the cave.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger, that scene wouldn't affect me as much. But now that I'm older and I have the, you know, more overall insight of like letting yourself down, like your inner self.
Yeah.
That scene made me cry. I was just like, that scene, I feel like a lot of times, if someone younger would be watching that, they wouldn't really feel as much, but I think as you get older, you realize how things like that are.
Yeah, that's true. The complexity, like some complexity is lost on you as a child, right? It just,
yeah,
you know, you haven't lived enough, so you don't have the life experiences to really attach yourself to a story that is complex. I think I would not have appreciated Game of Thrones if I watched it as, you know, like a 12-year-old. The way when I watched it as, you know, a 20-year-old, it was insane to me. And so I totally get what you're saying, because I feel the same way. Yeah. You know, he keeps summoning plasma.
Like I feel like basically something along the lines of like you, like having like a real emotional attachment to the idea of like letting yourself down as an individual.
Yeah.
Has to kind of happen when like you have like a deep sorrow that happens to you actually in life, because like you know what that feeling is.
Yep.
When you see that on the screen, that's like, oh man, that's really good.
Yeah, Naruto does have some moments. I agree. Damaged up. Naruto, I didn't cry from Naruto at any point, but I definitely had moments where I was very sad. Like the Sasuke retrieval arc, and Sasuke just like the way Sasuke felt. Like Naruto, you don't know what it's like. You never had a family. So you don't know what it's like to have a family and lose a family. And Naruto's like, you don't know what it's like to never have a family. So we're both fucked up. Like, bro, I'm trying to empathize with you and sympathize with you. I get it. Our experiences are different, but we're both traumatized. That made me really sad as a 14-year-old boy. Like just that whole arc of those two fighting and Naruto trying to get through to his friend and his friend just being like, you don't understand, because a lot of times that's how people feel when they're in their sorrow and in their like sadness. They're just like, you don't understand because you didn't experience this, so you can't relate to me. I don't want to hear what you're saying. And I understood. Like I understood both of them. Just sad.
Yeah, I never had a cry moment during Naruto.
Yeah, I don't think I cried during Naruto either. I'm trying to think about all the sad moments in Naruto, because there are a couple sad moments, like, you know, Sasuke versus Itachi, and, you know, Itachi dies and it's like sad, and there's like Jiraiya dies, but that, like, I wasn't really sad when Jiraiya died either for some reason, because that's because I just don't like Jiraiya as a character. So like I wasn't like when he died, I just kind of was like, oh shit, like they killed him.
So I was on YouTube, and like there's like been like edits of like the DBZ sagas where it's basically like the Saiyan saga, the Cell saga, but it's like a feature-length film.
Yeah,
like 3 hours long. It just cuts all the bullshit. Pretty good. I didn't remember, but like Vegeta's speech when he's dying after like Frieza like basically beats his ass, like Vegeta's speech to Goku
before he gets death beamed.
Yeah, like that shit is like that shit definitely made me cry.
Yeah,
like I was just like, yo, that was actually hella emotional.
Okay, hold on. There's a big one. There's a really big one. I cried when Krillin died, but I was a kid. But the fact stands. I cried so bad when Krillin died and Goku lost his fucking shit. Yep. I mean, because I don't even know if I was 10 years old when I saw Krillin die to Frieza. Like that, you want to talk about bro? First of all, I didn't expect it. Like Krillin was such an innocent character, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't perceive the idea of like somebody as nice and innocent as him dying. Like you gotta remember, I am 8 or 9 years old, maybe. Like death is already a thing that I'm not fully comprehending. I understand, like I know what death is, but I don't fully get it. And then seeing a character like that die and then he begged for his life. Like he screamed before he died. He was like, Goku, help me.
Yeah.
It was a lot. As a kid, that shit was too much. I was like, oh no.
I mean, yeah, Vegeta's like speech, like when I watched it, I was like, damn, that kind of teared me up, because it was like it's like another thing of like having life experience. Like basically, he's just like, I never got to live the life I wanted because he basically forced me to do all these things.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I was just like, damn. Like,
the Vegeta speech hurt me a lot. I'll never forget watching that, because Vegeta doesn't talk the way he was talking in that moment.
Yeah, that was. The moments when Vegeta lets down the pride is like his best moments.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like he just like fully let it go, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, when he says like Kakarot, you have to beat him, like he's desecrating, like he killed our race, like he killed everybody. Like this guy is like the ultimate evil, like you have to stop him. Like I tried my best, I didn't do it, and it's just like you just feel it. You feel it, and then he gets killed in that moment.
Yeah,
it's like, oh no, like Goku should have went Super Saiyan right there. Like that should.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like it's kind of crazy that Goku didn't go Super Saiyan there, but we won't mention that part. We'll just leave that alone.
Yeah, like Goku should have fucking.
He didn't go Super Saiyan is like kind of crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, he should have there should have at least been a flash of blonde hair, like just a quick little like.
And Frieza's just like, huh, that's weird, and just like kind of moves on. That was weird. Why'd you flash? Why are you flashing? Yeah,
that'd have been so funny. Huh, that was strange. Anyway, Death Beam. So anyway, I came in Death Beam.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that shit. Yeah, when I was watching it on like that like abridged version of the Namek Saga, I was like, damn, bro, that shit was kind of fucking heavy. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of forgot like the weight of it because it's like it's so far removed from Dragon Ball because like Namek Saga's just it's so back there.
Yeah.
Like, you got fucking Super Saiyan Blue, so you don't even remember all that shit. But that shit was it was so good, so good. What other anime? Oh, I cried multiple times when I watched Full Metal Alchemist for the first time.
I need to rewatch Full Metal Alchemist. I am just not a Full Metal Alchemist fanboy, and I don't know where it went wrong for me exactly. Like, I just failed to connect to that anime. And I know it's considered one of the best, but like I don't know. Like it did not catch me. Like Hunter x Hunter, I watched it the same year I watched Hunter x Hunter for the first time. It's the same year I watched Full Metal Alchemist for the first time. And like maybe that fucked me over because Hunter x Hunter was so outrageously good that when I went to watch Full Metal Alchemist, like I had been blown away by how insane Hunter x Hunter is.
You got a little spoiled on it.
Yeah, it just was kind of like, this doesn't give me the same feelings that I was getting from Hunter x Hunter. Like I'll never forget the narrator in Hunter x Hunter. I think is one of the best decisions in an anime ever. The narrator speaking during scenes, like you'll just hear some guy narrating what's happening, and it is so fucking good for some reason. Like it's such a big part of Hunter x Hunter, and I love it so much. Like just a voice being like, and at the same time, gone used. It's just like, it's amazing. For example, one of my favorite scenes, and the scene that was really sad to me, was Kite. When Neferpito first activated like her Nen, and Kite felt it from a very, very far distance, and he was like, "Go on, Killua, run!" And they were like, "What? We're not leaving you." And the second like he turned and felt that aura, and the word malice was like shaking on the screen, and her aura was like a fucking chaotic ball of like dark red energy, and it fucking had the word malice on it. And I was like, what the hell is like I didn't know how powerful these Royal Guard people were going to be. That scene with the word malice, I'll never forget how that made me feel. I had chills. And then you know what happens after that. That nothing in Brotherhood, nothing in Full Metal Alchemist ever made me feel the way Pito Kite, that scene made me feel. Like nothing has ever made me feel like that. Big mistake starting with the good animes. Gotta start with the generic isekais that get canceled after season 1. I know Hunter x Hunter and Game of Thrones will never get their proper endings, I feel like. Like Game of Thrones, the HBO show, the way it ended, like season 8, I think is just atrocious, and I kind of don't even want that to be, because that's not like the real ending, if you get what I mean. Like George R.R. Martin still has not written the real ending, and if he did, like HBO could just adapt that into like a new show or just finish the show, but he's never going to finish it. He's never going to finish it, which is so annoying. And Hunter x Hunter will never be finished either.
Yeah, I can't get sold onto the shows that just will not end.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I like I heard One Piece was gonna end and then it wasn't gonna end. Like I heard it was gonna end and then the ending got canceled. But like normally when a show's ending gets canceled, that just means the show just is incomplete. It just never happens. But it's just like, actually the show's not canceled. The ending is just canceled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, how do you go in an executive boardroom and be like, guys, I think the ending's going to be canceled, but we just keep doing the show. Sound fair?
Yeah. I am sad about One Piece. So I do think One Piece will factually end unless a disaster. Like I guess I'm buying it. I bought into it, and I'm not.
Yeah, like I can't blame you because like
I'm
for
a
how much
thousand
you invested
episodes.
into
Yeah, I'm
it.
1,000 episodes
Yeah,
and 1,000 chapters in, so I have to
like,
believe it's the guy. It's the guy with the pickaxe hitting up against the fucking debris, and then like
yeah.
the diamonds are nowhere near where he is. They're nowhere near it. But then the other guy who like turned back, and like on the far left of the guy who turned back is like life continues, and then for me who's like constantly still hitting it, you can't even see the diamonds. Like they're not even on the screen. There's just like debris.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I never knock anybody for having to believe that it's going to end. It just won't be me. It won't be me thinking that it's gonna end.
If it ends though, will you then like watch it?
I think I could if I know there's a definitive endpoint. I think I could be convinced to watch it.
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
that's good because like I genuinely do think that One Piece. And by the way, One Piece is in my top anime of all time. Just for people like listening to, One Piece is also my favorite manga of all time. Anyway, so I think One Piece is outrageously good. Like full stop. One Piece is one of the best forms of media ever created, in my opinion. Like it's up there with Game of Thrones. It's up there with like Final Fantasy. Like just all the things that I like in life. All the just different arts that I like in life. It's up there with them, and it is very long. It's a long journey, but it is so outrageously good that if the ending is even remotely decent, it's just probably going to overtake everything I've ever like experienced up to that point. I just won't give it the number one spot right now because it just factually isn't over. The same way like Free Run can never be number one until like I actually get to the ending of it. I like Attack on Titan and Death Note are my number one and number 1A because both of them have ended and they both have amazing endings and like start to finish. They're just phenomenal. Like I just love both of them start to finish. Yeah, One Piece is in a different tier. I would like it to end like in my lifetime, and I think it will. My thing is like, I just don't want it to take like another 15 years though. Is the thing. I can't deal with that.
The way you sound, like, can I just say you sound fucking crazy. Like you literally just said I want it to end in my lifetime, but there was like hesitation when you said that.
Okay, well, I'm saying that because we are currently on the verge of World War III, and there's a chance that like my lifetime isn't much longer than where we are right now. I'm not saying that because like I think it's going to take 50 years for it to end, which would be like my natural lifespan. I'm saying that there's a chance that the world ends soon, and I'm annoyed by that because I want to see the ending of One Piece.
That's so funny.
Oda says it's in the last 1/3 right now, so likely 7 to 10 more years. I can deal with that. I got another decade max. But I'm gonna be so serious with you guys, chat. Like, if 10 years from now, God willing, I'm still here, I'm still able to like content create and just talk to you guys. If One Piece is not over in a decade, mark today's date. Today is March 10th, 2026. If March 10th, 2036, I'm still talking about wanting the ending to One Piece, please unsubscribe. Like unsub. Like just unsub. Like send a message, you know? Like really send a message. I think when I do start One Piece, I'm gonna have to read it. I can't stand the early. Okay, so low-key meta, I'm the same way. I read all of One Piece and I didn't watch it until way later when I fell in love with it at that point. The manga specifically is the best manga I've ever read. And I think the manga is so good because you don't have to deal with the pacing bullshit of the anime. You don't have to deal with that early day animation. Like, it's a 90s anime, so it doesn't look great. And it doesn't look great for a while. Now it looks phenomenal. Like now One Piece looks like every other good anime, right? But for a very long time, for hundreds of episodes, it doesn't look very good. And I get not wanting to experience that when we have things like Solo Leveling and Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan and all these other things that just look like Jujutsu Kaisen. Everything looks amazing now. It's kind of hard to go and look at One Piece right now, like the old days.
Yeah, I've watched Demon Slayer a little bit, and I really liked it. I kind of fell out of it, but there was like a common term that I was seeing online about Demon Slayer. I never really understood it because I thought the show was just good on its own merit. People were calling it like fucking animation slop. I was just like, bro.
Wait, what were they calling animation slop?
They were basically calling it visual slop. Like it just like
what, Demon Slayer?
Like yeah, like it's not a good show. It's just visually looks good or something. I was just like,
no,
I don't
that's
really know
not
what you guys
fair.
are talking about.
Like it doesn't have the depth of like some of the better anime, but it's not visual slop. Like it's not.
Visual slop's just crazy.
Visual slop is insane. I never even heard of that before. Like this just looks good. There's nothing else. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I've heard that so many times, and I was just like, this just can't be right.
So I don't really watch dub anime. I am primarily a sub watcher. What I will say is that anime that I grew up on Toonami, which were dubbed, I do watch those dubbed because that's how I originally experienced them. So for example, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Tenchi Muyo, Gundam Wing, like Yu Yu Hakusho. I could watch all of those in English because that's how I originally as a kid ingested them. As I got older and I started watching Naruto and Bleach and shit like that, and Death Note and all of that, like in Code Geass, and you know, the list goes on and on and on. All of those things I watched in Japanese, and I cannot deal with the English voice acting at all for any of the things I just named.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I'm not really like super tapped into anime where like I know the vast majority, but to my novice knowledge, I feel like the quality of dubs in anime basically like got worse as the modernization of anime like kind of came about. Like
really,
that's what my kind of understanding of it is. It may be completely off the cuff and not.
I have
really
no
accurate,
opinion because I don't watch like dubbed anime.
I feel as though that like for example, Yu Yu Hakusho, I think that dub amazing. Like I think like
it's funny.
There's never like any kind of dialogue that I feel is completely like not fitting at all.
Yeah.
And just the general voices, like I'm sorry, I can't hear Kuwabara any other way.
Yeah.
There's just not a single person that could talk like Kuwabara, and I'd be happy with it.
Kuwabara is honestly one of the best parts about dubbed like Yu Yu Hakusho. He's very funny to me. Like me and Kenny were doing podcast episodes. We took every 5 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho for a while and made them into podcasts. And like Kuwabara was the conversation for most of them because he's so fucking funny to me.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Visual slop, that is crazy.
Yeah, but that's like kind of my main understanding about most modern animes is that just modern dubs are generally just poor, or like most people don't like them. But like a lot of people like older anime dubs for the most part.
Yep.
Like people like Brotherhood, they like Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto.
Oh yeah, we still gotta do My Hero. My Hero ended and I haven't caught up on it. I need to catch up on My Hero Academia for sure. Yeah, Rage, you've done it all with One Piece. You are a One Piece fanatic, and I do not fault you for that. I think my biggest issue from when I would watch like dub anime was that it uses the same voice actors entirely too much. And unlike Japanese voice actors, they don't care as much. Like, I'm sorry, they just don't. So, like, the voice actor for Sasuke sounds fucking terrible, and the voice actor for Kakashi also sounds terrible. Having to hear those people play those characters in like 6 different anime, though, is too much for me. Because they don't even change up the voice. It's like, that is just Sasuke talking right now. That is just Kakashi. So, to me, it's very cringe. But, like, in Japanese, I will hear the voice actor for Aizen, the voice actor for Yagami Light, the voice actor for Madara and stuff like that, and like obviously in other mediums, and it's fine because they actually do change the way they're speaking overall. Like Steins Gate, same thing. Like I'll hear different
Oh, you're just saying like they don't give a fuck. They're just like, I'm just gonna do the same voice. Like I'm
Yeah, and like English, I just feel like the English voice actors. First of all, we have like 5, and they just recycled them 5. That is a problem in itself. Whereas in Japan, there's so much variety in voice actors. Even though you do hear some of the same people, and that's fine. Like I often look up the Japanese voice actors, like their list of who they've played, and I'm always impressed by like, wow, he was Aizen, he was this guy, he was this guy, he was this guy, he was this guy, he was Orochimaru, he was this guy, he was this guy, he was this guy. It's like that's actually crazy because a lot of them like this doesn't sound like this character at all.
Right.
Like I'm actually gonna look up right now. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's... I'm just checking.
Black Wings. The Black Wings are here.
Yeah, no, the Japanese are just undefeated when it comes to voice acting. It's the emotion too that they pour into like the roles.
This fucking boss, I hate this.
You what?
I hate this. Goddamn beekeeper.
Something looks weird about Gary summoning Substitute. Yeah, Gary playing frogs is definitely something that is I'm still trying to get used to because he's been a value player for years and he's trying to learn frogs, and it definitely just looks interesting, to say the least. Normal summon Kalut is rough. I don't know how it's rough if you have Whirlwind. Like,
yeah, I've read that comment and I was just like, bro, comes to Whirlwind, anything goes.
Yeah.
Like literally anything except Blizzard. That's where you draw the line.
Blizzard is rough. Kalut is not rough. Kalut searches one of the best monsters in the entire format called Gale the Whirlwind. It also searches another one of the best monsters in the entire format called Blizzard the Far North. Like, normal summon Kalut with Whirlwind, there is nothing wrong with that. Searchable out the Black Whirlwind, and people don't play Unifrog. Can you believe that, chat? Can you believe that people will literally look you in the eyes and be like, nah, I don't think Unifrog's good? Like, that is such a crazy thing to say.
Yeah. It's definitely the most wrong things I've ever heard.
They'll look you in the face and be like, nah, I don't want to win.
I don't need Unifrog. Okay.
He has to have like MST or something, right? Like, what are those back rows? 7 Tools and Starlight Road? Like
7 Tools.
7 Tools is being played now. Like, I'm not even joking, because the GB matchup is so bad. Like, they just trap stun your shit and kill you, so people are like, all right, let's stop that. So 7 Tools is actually being played now.
Yeah, you're saying traps are offline? That's all right. Traps are offline.
Yeah, 7 Tools actually helps to cook GBs. Because their win condition is like trap stun on your Icarus attack or whatever, and just either Prisma Test Tiger you or Secutor you. You know the bullshit.
Oh yeah, the bullshit's the bullshit.
The bullshit is the bullshit, indeed. So Gary has stabilized. They both have 7 cards, and I don't think Gary went first. I found my secret 7 tools that I pulled when I was a kid. Wait, 7 tools came secret? I remember 7 tools being ultra rare when I was a kid, but I'm older. Oh, draw traps, of course.
Murder. Murder.
You like so on the line. I let my Glock talk for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Frazier, I'm playing a deck that you wouldn't even believe.
What character are you using?
I'm playing the Silent. You remember that skill, that power I was telling you about? Well, that we found when you play a skill, it gains Sly.
Yeah.
I'm playing that deck.
Hand trick?
Honestly,
Hand trick?
No, it's called Master Plan. The power.
Oh, it's a power. It says, wait, say what it does one more time.
When you play a skill, it gains Sly.
Okay, so basically it starts to turn your whole deck into that.
Yeah, and like, I'm kind of cooking right now with it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Silent is so fun now. Like, she was fun before. Like, she's my favorite character in Slay the Spire 1. They found a way to make her even more fun, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, when I tell you my deck is doing tricks.
Tricks on it?
Yes, just absolute.
An echo, then the sound of the silent.
Murder. Murder.
Oh, this is not even game 1. I don't know why I thought this was fucking. Okay, they're in game 3. Holy shit! This is the stakes right here. So wait, what happened here? Rageki break. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Rageki break killed Gale. He hits Icarus, which is actually good.
That might be disastrous. If we got like a Monarch main phase 2 or something, I mean, our hand might even be good enough to main phase 1 summon a Monarch.
Yeah, it might. He has options now for sure. Hitting Icarus stack is huge.
Oh no. Oh, I can feel it.
I know, you feel it, right? Like,
yeah, I can feel the main phase 2 Monarch coming down.
Oh, I was talking about the Unifrog going through. Like, I knew what the Unifrog was.
Oh, well, I knew the Unifrog was coming through. Listen, I was worried about what's happening the next phase.
Like, as soon as I saw that Icarus tech, I was like, there's no shot he has another, like, way to... Like, he doesn't have a way to stop it. Unifrog is actually just cooking cards right now. It cooked Whirlwind, it cooked the Bottomless.
I think also the other thing about Unifrog, just plain and simple, even though it doesn't always have to matter, but it really does, and I think it especially shows in that Obelisk video that we did, Unifrog just cooks Rogue deck.
Yeah.
Like, Unifrog, like, if you're playing Frogs and you're just like, I don't really have, like, all the answers, you'll never lose the Rogue if you have a Unifrog in your deck. Like, Unifrog is just so broken against bullshit decks.
Was that a misplay? He targeted one sub, one swap there when there's multiple subs in the grave, and I feel like, at least to me, without knowing his full hand, it looks like he wants the substitute, I would think.
I mean, he always wants substitute if he's targeting one, right?
Yeah, well, I'm saying because... Oh, there's the Monarch.
You're asking, like, how much of an emergency is it?
Right. Okay, this is an interesting position now because... So, you know what fucking sucks? He had a 50-50 to hit that with Unifrog, and he missed. And if he hit the pulling the rug and tribute it into the Bottomless, this game would be over. But I think this game is very much still alive for Matt because there's a Treeborn just chilling in defense mode against Blackwigs.
Yep, it's just one sure away from being really good. Also, did you know they nerfed bullet time?
They nerfed it?
Yeah, you don't draw until your hand is full, right? Isn't that what old Bowling Time did? Didn't like Bowling Time draw cards when you played it?
No, I don't think so. I thought it always said like your hand
you
is.
Can't draw anymore, and your hand is free.
Yeah, I think it's the exact same card. I could be wrong about that though. Okay, so now Gary.
Oh God.
What?
Oh God.
Yeah, Gary
I just
has
saw
to out
Dark
this.
Arm.
The good thing is if he outs this, he wins the game. But if he doesn't out this, he obviously just loses the game. So this is literally the only turn that matters now.
Yep. Let's see.
Oh, he outed immediately. Okay, that just has to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even in. You can't even get sacked by brain control. So
Yeah, brain control doesn't kill here. The best thing for his opponent to top deck is Blizzard. To like get Gale, but I. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, random Acticaius. You guys really like that, huh? The random Acticaius?
bouncing the swap to insulate ourselves. What's the graveyard looking like?
For who?
We don't have a 4, I don't believe, right?
No, there's no 4. I would have said Goyo Guardian if there was a 4. I specifically said he has to bring back Gale, so.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well, alright, we're
monsters ain't good.
We're cooked here.
It's just game if Gary has a water. You got a water in your hand, Gary?
Yeah. Oh, he has the worst water.
Oh.
It's cooked. It's so cooked, chat.
It's so cooked.
Oh, it's cooked.
Cook or be cooked.
It's cooked.
Cook or be cooked.
This is such a ridiculous thing. And then you take an extra 1,000, so it's like you take 44 here. That's not game on board, but
it is not game on board. Could have left Gary to misplay.
Yeah, because he takes 1,000 and then he's at 38, and so he takes 34 and he's at 400. I just think that like at that point though, you're probably just dead because realistically, if Gary knew he was gonna do this play, he could have got back Unifrog and been like, "You're gonna be at 400. You will die no matter what you draw."
That's a funny play.
Yeah, it is, right? Because like he got back a Toad, I think. I think he went like salvage for a Toad, but I think if you just get Unifrog and you're like, I know your face down monster has to be a dark, because like what else would it be? And yeah, I'm just gonna I don't care what you draw. You can pick your next draw. I'm just going to summon Unifrog and attack you for game.
Attack him for game.
Pick your deck up, choose a card, add it to your hand.
Can I pick up my Dark Arm out of my grave and summon it again?
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
That wasn't one of the options I gave. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay, that was so late. You give frogs 2 free turns and they just start massing advantage. Yes, you cannot take your foot off the gas against frogs. It is the best recovery deck, the best grind deck, the best advantage generating deck. Like, you do have to like.
Say what you really want to say, or.
Oh, it's the best deck. You know, I already. You know, I've been.
Can we just cut to the chase real
Stango,
quick?
I've been ahead. That's what I do.
I just wanted to get to the chase.
Okay. Well, I got to the chase for you. Are you happy now? Like.
Yeah, I'm good now. I was just like, I wonder when he's gonna just
say it.
I wonder. Yeah. I'm like, he's almost gonna say it.
Like, what are we doing? Take me back to Jank so I can get away from all the birds and frogs of the world. I cannot wait for season 2 of Edison Jank. Jankison. I did see you voted for Jank tonight, Sasha. Unfortunately, you were outvoted. I let democracy win. But next week will be Jank. We will go back to Jank. The reason why I also don't mind doing regular Edison this week is because this weekend is 2 majors. There's Format Libraries Edison World Championship Qualifier, which I will be streaming Saturday and Sunday. So that's an online major. And then you have the in real life major, the LDS, happening in California So like there are 2 Edison majors happening this weekend, and so you guys will be seeing me again in like a couple days. But yeah, I think they're playing regular Edison to get like a little bit of testing or whatever, or just like kind of getting back into the swing of things. It's not such a bad idea.
My deck is so acceptable.
It's just broken.
It's so broken.
I love the silent.
Like right now, I'm about to play a prepared plus to discard a tactician and an acrobatics that has sly on it. So it's gonna be draw 2, drop 2, gain 2 mana, then draw 4, drop 1, and probably do something else.
Sasha, I will never tell. You'll just have to see, King.
I think the best part is that it's near going in.
Prodigy. Fraser told me the list told me not to tell you anything. It's funny.
The deck's going infinite.
It's so good. I love Slate of Spire, man.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Do you have like a tactician or anything?
Yeah.
Tactician is
It's
one of my
just
favorite
like-
cards.
It's just like who would ever design a card that basically says draw 2, drop 2, then after you resolve that, gain 2 mana, draw 4, drop 1, and then get another effect because you dropped 1.
Prepared.
Oh god. Prepare for your doom!
Oh, deck heavy. What happened here? Heavy? Heavy for it all? Oh, is this fucking Hero Beat? Poppy Churro out here cooking with Hero Beat, bro. How far is he in the bracket? This is winners quarterfinals.
Turn the beat up.
Well, I really should say it's just quarterfinals. There's no losers, so it's just quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. Yeah. Oh, it's the frog deck? Oh, he's playing frogs with sparks. Okay, he's playing like the Hero Frog. Oh, he's playing Hero Frog, like the list that won the Chicago Monthly, kinda. This deck is broken. We kind of like let that deck win, and we never really talked about it, but it kind of just like casually won, and then everybody went back to just doing what they were doing. And I feel like we probably shouldn't have let that go so easily. This is a lot of damage. Fucking 3,500 absolute zero. GG's. I always want to see the ignorance of somebody saying GG's, but they're not talking about the like that they lose. They say like GG's, and then they kill their opponent.
Yeah, you just want to see how bad it can get.
Yeah, but like it doesn't look like they're going to kill it. Like in this situation, I wouldn't expect Poppy Churro to die, but like imagine it was like some combination of cards that like his opponent was just like, oh, by the way, you're dead.
By the way, you're gone.
Yeah, like when I said GG's, I wasn't talking about for me. Uh-oh. Mayberry.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Honestly, I'm gonna save this run till the turn so I can save this. What's happening here?
I think Gary's getting cooked by GBs.
Yep. I'm just gonna save this until it's over. Because this is too good not to share. So we got a GB on the field, a Prisma in the hand, I assume.
I assume as well.
Versus one back row. That's pretty dire. We're actually at exactly even life. I can't even imagine how that possibly happened, but...
Well, Mayberry was just at 4,000, which I read as Solemn Judgment. Let's see. Yep, Solemn Judgment. Gary summoned Swap Frog, attacked over to Marmillo for 200. So Gary started off as 3,800 when I came in. I don't know how he got there, but I'm sure there's some math that was... I guess this is 3,000... Yeah, I'm sure there was something that happened for that, but the 4,000 just looked like Solemn to me.
We're gonna summon the guy. I guess this is trying to respect a sweeper. I thought we were just gonna savage it up.
Gonna stop that one.
Yep. Let's just see the second ready RA and scoop this up. Tiger.
I got Solemn here. A Geki break? Like, that's the only thing that looks like it could have gotten Solemn.
I'm thinking Substitute.
Substitute getting Solemn is so crazy, though. Like, not really, but like, it's crazy.
I was just about to say.
But for GBs, I feel like you don't have to do that. So I'm wondering, I mean, everything is contextual, right? But I don't know what the game state was. If he has a Monarch here, I think this is actually fairly good.
Oh. Pitched our sub that we added.
Yeah.
Our other one.
Oh. Hello, JK.
This is our X-Men last stand.
Yes, sir. And I feel like, I mean, he could have pot in his hand or whatever, but he just forget to break.
He's got a dupe, right? Because it was sub dupe that he added with salvage.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, I think it's.
I'll be honest, I did not see. My friend once did a huge Infernity combo on the last turn after time was called. When he attacked into a set, his opponent offered a handshake. They shook, then he flipped Spirit Reaper. Crazy. If he has the Prism in hand, it's game. It's not even like it's pretty scary, it's just game. And I feel like there's just a Prism. I feel like this is a waste of time.
Who knows? Maybe Stratos Search Prodigy.
Okay, yeah, it is. Right. One thing about me, I don't believe in wasting time.
Alright.
Yeah, this is a waste. It's just like... It's genuinely a waste of time to be like, I know I die. There's no way he can even mess this up. Like, it's not even one of those things where there's some convoluted line. It's just like, he's a GB player. He's going to summon Prisma. You know he has Prisma. Like, what are we doing?
Praying for a heart attack.
Yeah, like the Luke Feeney special.
But that's a heart attack that he's got. Like, he's got his epi shot. Like, his heart stabilizer, he's got it in his back pocket. He's good.
Prisma being level 5 would make it unplayable. So I'm glad that they at least made it playable, but it is a little bit strong for like what it does. Also, is the effect even the same in the show, or like not in the show, in the manga or whatever? Like, is Prisma? Does it even do what it fucking does?
Let's see.
Because
Hero
Prisma
anime.
in real Yu-Gi-Oh is just a bit much.
Alright, so its effect in the anime is choose a fusion material monster and send it to the graveyard. This card is treated as the same name as that. So
Okay.
his text is actually a little different. I don't know if that maybe counts like the same thing, but he just says choose a fusion material monster.
It's kind of the same thing. Because like Bestiary is a
guess.
fusion material monster, Cyber Dragon is a fusion material monster. Also, in the context of what it was used for in the show, like Jaden is sending the same things that we're allowed to send in real life, like Ocean, Wild Heart, shit, like things that are written on cards. The big thing is that they made him not fucking level 8 or level 5. I mean, not level 8, level 5, and that is a crazy buff. Marmillo is gone for the rest of the game, which is actually important.
Yeah, that is nice.
But Dust Shoe hurts. He knows exactly what Gary has, but Gary does have Treeborn access this turn, and maybe too much gas to be stopped. So with Mayberry only having 4 cards, okay, he doesn't want to get substituted for some reason. So yeah, Gary has 6 to 4 right now, which is really strong for him to be in this position. But GBs are a really powerful comeback deck, especially if you mess up. Okay, the first Monarch comes down. So he didn't want substitute.
This one lands. Oh yeah, I was just about to say, if this one lands, this feels so good.
Yeah.
Because like you minimally have to use like a card. You got to throw away a card to out this.
Right. Also, you can Marmillo it, which is
Shrink.
important. So like Test Tiger doesn't just out this by itself without like Prisma, of course. Okay, so that's another turn where he needs to like get to the Prisma.
Yep.
I learned last year that Light and Darkness Dragon is literally Light End and Dark End just put together. Yes. Literally, yes. It is both of those dragons just together. Light End is so bad though.
Sheesh.
Game 3?
Yeah. Let's see that game 3. Best thing you got is Compulse the Ryza, I guess. That's like the absolute best thing that can
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Alright.
That would be the absolute best case scenario if that happened.
Yeah. God, this music is so good. Claire. How far are we again? Alright, we're in the semi-finals, thank God. So after this, it's just the finals? Yeah, okay, yeah. Whoever wins
Yeah, I think
this...
I was the longest round 1 because I was playing against fucking Empty Jar.
Yo, I don't know what was going on with your fucking duel. I forgot to ask you about it.
Yeah, so basically, game 1, I won pretty easily because as soon as they banished Morphing Jar with, like, Gold Sark, that was, like, one of the plays they did, I was just like, So this is either, like, Necroface or, like, Empty Jar bullshit. So I just started playing it slow, and I mistwormed him 3 times.
Oh, shit, is that what happened? Because I saw a misworm. I didn't know you did it multiple times that match.
Yeah, game 1, I mistwormed him 3 times because he just kept chaining, like, I can't die to battle cards. And I was just like, that's fine. Substitute, tribute the Mistworm, put it back in my extra deck. It's like, I was like, I kept just reloading bullets in my gun.
Yeah.
And then game 2, I literally got, like, basically FTK'd because they just went set Morphing Jar, set their hand. And I was like, well, I can't, like, Black Rose you. I really wanted to, but I can't.
Yeah.
And then he basically, literally flip morphing jar and killed me. Like he just like kept.
He just OD'd on you, yeah.
Yeah, I got fully decked out, and then game 3, game 3 happened.
Ryan, no, I cannot do that. However, you can watch videos of me that are like 2 and 3 hours long on the channel of me topping a tournament with frogs and going round by round through all my replays. But I cannot play a tournament and then be live streaming while I'm playing the tournament. Or do you not mean live streaming it? Either way, I don't really enter my own tournaments. I'm also not interested in entering my own tournaments, to be honest. Like, I'd much rather stream. I do not like, I say this all the time. I don't like actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the dueling aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my least favorite part of it. I like every other aspect of it more than I like dueling. Dueling is like my least favorite part of it. So when I host tournaments, because streaming is on the table for me every time, I'd rather just do that instead. If you want to hear my thought processes, you could just watch any video on the channel and you will literally hear me thinking out loud, which I do not do when I play the game for real.
Alright, they both have pretty powerful cards back and forth. Brain Control Tribute, Solemn the Monarch. Ooh, Deprison the Monster? Alright. This is the kind of game state that's definitely good for frogs. Like, finally the tempo's back in Gary. Like, he dealt with the normal summon, he got rid of a Solemn, and now he dealt with another summon, so... It's usually pretty hard for GBs to recover at this point.
Breaker forcing interaction.
Oh my god. He really needs to get an attack through. That's basically what he's just saying. Giving back a breaker is crazy.
Yeah, they're even in cards, so this attack he can get like a quest. Oh, he could get Secutor. Okay. This could be game.
I wonder if he already had this.
Maybe.
This is a lot. We can get back a GB. Or we can just get big on the field. There's a lot of things. Yep.
Like, for example, today, the video that came out, the Obelisk Frog deck, you can hear me saying exactly like what I'm thinking when I'm making my plays with the Frog deck. In every video where I'm playing frogs, which is a lot of them on the channel.
Oh my god.
I'm saying exactly what I think.
A naked Herc?
Yeah, but it's not that easy to out. Because I haven't seen a swap frog anywhere, and Akaius is already gone. Yeah, it's...
Yeah. Wow, that was so good.
I mean, he could, yeah, if he just had, like, special swap, tribute for anything.
Yeah, if
like,
he gets Turbo out of Monarch,
but that is not...
really strong.
If he already started off with a swap frog, then that would be on the table. But, like, I haven't seen a swap frog from him, so I have no reason to believe that he has one. And then on top of that is, like, swap frog plus water monster plus Monarch. He's already down a Monarch, and we know one card is Breaker, so a lot is going against him having that. Is the high-level frog video members only still? It is. If you're talking about the one that's coming out... Oh, shit, it is Flip-Flop. Is actually what I... Okay, I was like, it could be Flip-Flop Frog, which deals with Heraclinos. Flip-Flop Frog is fucking broken.
Yep.
My favorites are when you bring other frog players and you guys have like a clash of ideas on which play is more optimal. Yes. Those are also very good. Oh, shit, he hates Flip-Flop that much?
I mean, listen, look what just fucking happened to his Herc. Okay. A lot of things that could happen here. Do we have back removal, or is this going to be the bravest breaker? Main one good. Good. Oh, we got the back removal.
Oh, it was just call. Yo, that's actually...
Yeah,
call was actually so bad because Breaker just pops and attacks over.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate because, like, if we had the Bravest Breaker there, oh...
It might not matter anyway, though, because, like, Breaker is 1900. You can't set back row. Kinda.
Yep.
Breaker is doing work.
I'm pretty certain there is a GB in the hand. Like, I don't think we traded one out. Because we got one back with a quest. I forget which one it was.
Also, I didn't realize how low Mayberry was. Because he's solemn, right? Yeah.
Like turn one.
He's solemn, the most iconic play in Edison Brain Kai's. But it comes with a cost.
It's kind of crazy now that I think about it in hindsight. I feel like if I was in Mayberry's position, would I have just solemn the brain control?
Yeah, it depends on what his hand was. What was I going to say? Somebody asked me... Oh, that's a really
Summon
good one.
cat good?
Someone asked me, if you were to play Hero Frog again, do you think you would try Scapegoat Plasma Aoi like Tom's build? Or keep it the same as your indie list? I've been contemplating a choice between the two. I just go with whatever I'm feeling that tournament, bro. It's not... I really don't... I'm going to be so honest, I really don't think about these things much. Like... Before LDS Raleigh, I showed it with my exact deck from RBT Chicago, card for card, and then I decided that I didn't want to play Light and Darkness Dragon because Light and Darkness Dragon kind of sucks right now because it's hard to get out against GBs. So I just switched it to like a second Soul Exchange and Ryza because those cards are good against GBs, and that was literally my deck is exactly the same. It's even in the same sleeves and everything. Like nothing changed besides that one little thing. So like, to be honest, I really just haven't thought about like if I played Hero Frogs again, what would I do? And if I play Hero Frogs for a tournament, I'm probably just going to decide like the week of or something like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Yeah, everything I do is based on like a lot of feelings. Like I just feel this way.
I can at least tell you guys from personal experience of being at a tournament with Frazier, he's basically like last minute talking about things he's going to do. Like actual factual last minute. Like basically like deck isn't submitted until like 10 minutes before sign.
Sometimes it's not submitted at all.
Yeah, sometimes we just miss the submission and it's just a fun weekend.
Yeah, like that's proof. Random. That is proof that what I'm saying is real. Like sometimes I just don't even submit because I spend that much more time at last minute thinking about like what I want to do. I'll never forget the very first Ultimate Time Wizard in Raleigh.
Oh. See, this was a crazy play too, because this got you to stop your story real quick. Because I was just like,
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either.
The very first Ultimate Time was in Raleigh, 2023. I like the Hero Frog deck that I ended up using that became like the standard for Hero Frogs going forward. That list was made the morning of that tournament. Like I already was playing Hero Frogs, but what I mean by that is like the way it's constructed with Triple Regeki Break, Mirror Force Torrential, Dust Shoot, Soul Exchange, Econ, like the way it's constructed.
Oh,
the way it's constructed is like literally, it was made at like 4 a.m. Like those changes that I made to get it to where it became like the standard Hero Frog deck. That all happened literally like the morning of that tournament, and then I ended up going X1 like 8-1, and then getting top 4 and all that. So I don't really put too much, like I have thoughts in my head always about like what I think is right, and then I decide on them at the last minute basically. Like I typically can just like I can like feel the format, and I've been able to do that throughout my entire time playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like I just become like in tune with the format.
It also makes it a lot easier because usually that skill set that you had of being in tune with the format is a revolving door of things that change versus like a locked format of Edison, because you've had so much experience adapting to changing formats. It's not as difficult.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah,
like I said, 2 cards changed from my Froggo TK deck from RBT Chicago to my Froggo TK deck for LDS Raleigh, and not aura farming. And it was just based on like, I think Lad is bad, and I think that Soul Exchange Ryza is good, and I think Soul Exchange Ryza is faster, and I think it's going to be my 4th Monarch, and I play 4 Monarchs in my Hero Frog list, and I stand by 4 Monarchs. I think that's a great ratio to have, especially when you have salvages and swap frogs to bounce the Monarchs back. You don't need to play fucking 5 Monarchs and 6 Monarchs and all that. Like, Swap Frog has an effect. Read Swap Frog. You don't need to play infinite Monarchs. You're going to fucking brick on it. And I'd rather just have different cards and stuff like that. So I just have like a lot of these philosophies that I've had all the time, right? Because the fact is, and I've said this so many times, but the fact is you can only do 1 normal summon per turn, right? Like you can only do 1. So at the end of the day, if you draw too many Monarchs, that's a good hit, because we know there's a Vanity's Fiend. If you draw too many Monarchs, there are -1s. Like, you can only summon 1 of those fucking things per turn, right? Like, you cannot... Oh, shit. All the Deep Prisons are gone.
Yep, everyone's Deep Prisons are gone.
But yeah, you can only summon... That also may tell you that there's not a Deep Prison in the back row.
It could. I also feel like... I feel like it also just might tell you there is a prison in the back row, but maybe...
No, because the GBs don't play 3.
Oh, they don't?
No. See, this is another thing. You have to be... Not now, you don't play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Stango. I'm talking to chat right now, but I'm going to say something about what you just said. You have to know what the deck lists are right now. Like, if you want to be competitive at this game, it's not just knowing your deck and copying a top player's deck list and trying to play it. You have to also know, like, the way I know that he doesn't play 3 Deep Prisons, because that's just not the list that GBs play. Like, they just don't play triple Deep Prison, usually. I'm so confused on why we didn't...
Yeah, I thought Vanity's was coming down. Aren't we just open?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, he can only attack the Dupe Frog, but, like... I guess this is broken for Gary, though, because, like, the Unifrog is going to factually live.
I suppose, yeah.
I just thought that, like, we were 100% tributing for Vanities there, because then you could be like, tribute for Vanities, and unless he has a read that, like, the back row's bottomless or something, right? You could be like, tribute for Vanities, and then you can still only attack the Dupe Frog, and if you attack the Dupe Frog, it's not like you could tag out anyway.
Yeah, you would need like book 'em or any kind of removal on the Vanities before you attack.
I don't know, Ice Queen, you might have jinxed it. I don't think this duel's over yet. Like, unless I just don't think it's completely over yet. There's still a couple hurdles to get through. Like, this Prisma being on the field, what does it do? Is there... Bestiari is in the grave, so he could still send Laquari. It was double Chariot back there. So Vanity's Fiend factually would have just cooked.
Yeah. It's pretty scary right now because the Test Tiger reestablishes guys.
Oh, he has Water Art. It's probably over. Yeah, it's just... Unless these 2 cards are, like, insane, and Cat is already in the graveyard, so I don't...
It's got to be, like, double Test Tiger.
Mirror Force and Prisma. Okay, the game is over.
Yep, by Mirror Force.
Okay, so Gary takes 717. He takes 24. He drops down to 1200. And then any Monarch Heroes game, like not literally, but a Monarch Hero is insane. A Monarch Hero is actually kind of what you want, because you really want to clean both of these up. But honestly, Vanity's Fiend is also fine, because Vanity's Fiend stops him from, like, doing anything. But there's more outs to Vanity's Fiend, because you could top deck, like, Book of Moon, for example, and, like, book it, attack over it, or some shit. This Vanity's Fiend has been edged for so long now. Like, like, that shit's been in the hand for... It has been edged for so long. There she is. Or he is.
Alright.
Alright, so now they have to draw Book of Moon. Smashing Ground's in the grave, I think? No, it's not. So Book of Moon, Smashing Ground kills. Which would be so unfortunate. Okay, he does play Smashing Ground.
And... we didn't Whirlwind Slam it, so...
GBs can win when they're top decking like this, because he can literally just draw Smashing Ground. I still think Gary should have summoned Vanity's Fiend a whole turn earlier, though. I think the turn where he Unifrog pop one back row and he had dupe Uni, I think you tribute to Uni, main phase 2 for Vanities. All they can do is attack over the dupe frog if they want. And if they do, they can't tag out. So, like, I still have the Vanity's Fiend on the field. And I
think about it here. The Vanity's Fiend definitely would have ended the game a turn.
Oh, 100%.
So now we're a turn further, and there's a back row now. So now things are weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, like he's obviously in a really strong position now. Like I don't imagine a disaster has to happen for him to lose, but I think that I would have had this game cooked already. You guys have been watching me move on to the finals.
All right, we are summoning the swap. I think on the summon of the swap. Solemn is gone.
Torrential's not, though.
That is true. But I don't know why you want Torrential, because that is game on board. And Mirror Force is also, because I think he got heavy.
Yeah, Mirror Force is gone.
Damage.
Yo, yeah, Shrink. They play
how
that.
much damage is that? Okay.
Yep. 500. And weirdly enough, you're at exactly enough to die to a Prisma attack by itself. And all of this could have been avoided by attributing for Vanity's Fiend a turn earlier.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yep. I mean, it was a misplay.
And who said that GBs can't?
I said Ice Queen jinxed it. I knew when she came in and said that, I was like, you're jinxing it because there's like if you understand the situation, you know that this is not over yet. He needed to capitalize after the flip dupe flip uni attack, and that shit went through. He popped the back row. There was one back row left. You definitely tribute for Vanity's Fiend there. You have dupe frog. You have Vanities. You're such a strong position. If your opponent summons and attacks over, if they summon an attack over the dupe frog, which is all they can do, they can't even tag out. You still have a Vanity's Fiend on the field, and you get to add back Unifrog if you want to, or a swap frog for more pressure.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Have any weird decks piqued your interest recently? Yes, GBs can win. Thank you, Hydro Pump. GBs can win top decking, and a lot of people, I guess, don't understand that. Have any weird decks piqued my interest recently? Like in regular Edison? No. What's a weird deck? Like, what's a weird deck in regular Edison in 2026 at this point?
I feel like weird decks got beat out. I can't think of anything weird.
Well, they have to have something on their mind when they're asking that question. So I'm just wondering like what their idea is of a weird deck in Edison right now, because maybe my interest was piqued by it and I'm just not thinking about it because I'm tired. Video idea: cards that get better as the duel progresses: Shrink, Book of Moon, Machina Fortress, Miracle Fusion.
I feel like that's the best top decks video. Is that not? That's basically what that video is.
Kind of, yeah.
That video's already happened.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Best top decks in the format: Pot of Avarice, Miracle Fusion, JD, like things like that. Oh no, is this where we are? Any monster? I'm dead.
Oh, that's game. Oh my.
Yeah, that was a throw. Gary threw that so bad. I'm actually gonna watch the replay of that.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
That was a bad throw.
Oh, that was nuts.
I'm not gonna show Mayberry's hand.
Yeah, since they're still in it.
Yeah. Most likely.
So it was Compulse Solemn here.
I think so, yeah.
So not going Compulse or Solemn on the brain control is definitely interesting. I feel like at the very least the Compulse gets activated on the brain control, but maybe not. That's just my opinion. I think the weirdest deck that I've seen in the last maybe year and a half or so is that like Demise Fairy deck.
Yeah. Okay. So even right here, honestly, even right here, I'm willing to flip the Dupe Frog, and I have a Mirror Force. I'm willing to flip Dupe Frog and attack with Uni here.
Yeah, and we did the Vanity's Fiend, which felt really weird.
Yeah, I think that was also a misplay. Like, this is definitely wrong. So then we get lucky and we draw another Dupe Frog. So then we set... What is happening?
It's crazy because we have Soul Exchange Vanity, so we're pretty incentivized to play aggressive here.
Yes, you're pretty incentivized to pop back. He threw so bad. You're very incentivized to like pop back row here. The Unifrog actually just won the... It would have just soloed. It would have just won the game by itself. Like...
I'm telling you right now, I'm never playing a frog deck anymore without Unifrogging. I'm sorry. It just won't happen anymore.
And then he hit the right card with the Nobleman, and like... Then we decide to do it like a turn later for some reason. But what doesn't make... Okay, here's what doesn't make sense. So we do it now, right? You do it now, but you could have done it last turn. And
both of these back rows would be gone.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, we're doing it now, but we're not even committing. Because I can see, like, oh, you're like, I'm going to do the Vanity's Fiend now. But, like, he didn't even do the Vanity's Fiend, so it still doesn't make sense. And, like, these misplays... This is what I mean by, like, Frogs is a deck that is extremely difficult to play correctly. And if you misplay with it, it is very unforgiving. Like, you cannot just... It's not like Value. You can't just, like, fuck up and still win because you, like, milled Broken or you drew Burial off the top or whatever like that. You need to, like, play really well with this deck. And when you don't, you just get, like, punished. Because, like, also, I'm going to be so honest. Soul Exchange Vanity's Fiend right here actually cooks, too. Like, instead of this play, like, Soul Exchange Vanity's Fiend is actually kind of crazy because you drew Water Art. So now you can, like, Soul Exchange this, summon Vanity's Fiend, set Water Art. Hits Mirror Force here. So at this point, we know what the hands are, right? Because, like, there's nothing... This is what we all found out.
Yep, this is everything known.
Yep. They draw Shrink. Okay.
Yep, and this is basically where it's not control anymore.
Are there no frogs left in deck? I am so lost by that. He didn't activate Swap Frog on summon.
There was no activation of Swap Frog. That's true.
And there's like... There's definitely Substitutes in the deck, right? Like, I'm not crazy about that. Like, there has to be at least some amount of... So, like, we're just compounding misplays at this point.
Damn. And then this is where it's just lethal. It's just a monster off the top and defense position swap.
Yep. Yeah, that was... I mean, if you give your opponent like 3 or 4 turns to like win, they're gonna beat you. Like, that was definitely oh my god. That was definitely an easily winnable backdoor 2-0 by Frogs against GBs. And this is why I don't fear GBs. I know a lot of people think that like GBs beat Frogs. I don't think that. I think that if you're not good with Frogs, they can beat you. But I do think that like overall Frogs do beat GBs, and you can kind of see that.
I think the skill.
You can see that throughout the tournament, like tournament runs, and just like it's just that you just can't fuck up. Like there's just such a bad fuck up series of fuck ups.
You know what I think the skill is? That was the biggest like miss in that replay there. I think like in its nature, a lot of people see Frogs as a very defensive deck in its nature, but like that's where the game state needed to switch. Instead of being defensive, is being aggressive. That was like where it was like you just need to get your unis in and you need to win your Vanity's Fiend. like the defensive aspect of playing frogs, like setting up dupes and all that stuff. But sometimes you just got to change the tempo of it and like be the beatdown.
Yeah, I think that there's like you just have to have a fundamental understanding of what your positioning is and what you're trying to accomplish, and that you have Soul Exchange Vanity's Fiend and you have a dupe frog and a unifrog. Your opponent is clearly down bad. Like they're not only are they down bad, they're at 4,000 because they solemned early. So like you just attacking with unifrog there, getting a pop is gonna make it that much harder to out a Vanity's Fiend later on when you inevitably Soul Exchange Vanity's Fiend them.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. And this is the other side of winners finals.
No, this is the finals. Like this. Oh wait, no, I thought that this was finals.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mayberry versus. Because I was confused. I was like, "Where's the GBs at?" Then?
I thought they would be done by now.
I was like, "Where's the GBs at, dog?"
I took so long watching the replay that I assumed that by the time I was done, that the finals would be starting already.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, damn. God, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
It was crazy because, like, even watching it, I'm like, oh, when he set 2 monsters, I already thought something was weird. Because I'm like, he has a Vanity's Fiend that we know about. It got compulsed one time. Like, do you think that it's always going to get? And then when they flipped up a turn later, when the second flip monster was revealed to be Unifrog, I was like, wait. So that could have been attacking last turn.
It also could have just gotten attacked.
It could have gotten attacked, yeah, which would have been bad.
It actually could have been so much like that duel actually could have gone so much worse if the second set monster got attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
I didn't even think about that misplay, but that's like that actually might be worse than all of the misplays. Because it's like if your Unifrog just gets freely swung on there, then it's you have no chance of coming back then.
That was a good example though of the deck. Like Frogs gave him every tool he needed to beat the GB deck. He drew MST, Breaker, Brain Control, Caius, Nullman of Extermination, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Vanity's Fiend, Soul Exchange, Water Art, Unifrog, Dupe Frog. That was what he drew.
I'll tell you right now, after you said all those cards, I would love to draw those cards every single game. If I drew those cards every single game, I would win every single game. At least I hope.
And people are like, I don't know, frogs have to deal with like so much hate and all that. It's like, if you just play well, none of it matters. Like the deck is the best because if you play well, you can actually see the difference in like tournament results. And also, yeah, you just put the time in with that deck. You just put the time in and it actually rewards you so well. Players like Tom Mack, me, Silverman, fucking Oscar Zelaya, like all of us. It's funny because like I said that the people who win with like hero frogs have like 1 YCSs, and it's just it's so random that that's like a thing. But like Tom has won a YCS, Silverman won 3 YCSs, 2 team YCSs and 1 by himself. I won a YCS, Oscar Zelaya won a YCS. We all also won in Edison with hero frogs specifically. I just think that is so like that's just so interesting to me. And I just think that all it confirms for me is that like the good players know what's up. That's all I get from that is like the good players know what's up.
That's what you get from.
Okay, so this is. Damn, it could have been a frog finals actually.
You have 2 frogs on the opposite side.
Yeah.
And it looks like a pretty bad matchup for this side, especially because Hero Frogs, if Frog Monarchs can have that kind of game against Hero Frogs, if Frog Monarchs can have that kind of game against GBs, Hero Frogs is like a whole different other beast.
Yeah. Oh, also, one of them is playing like the Hero Beat Frogs, though, right? That deck is really good against
Hero Beat Frogs? Is that what Poppy?
I think Poppy's playing Hero Beat Frogs, yeah, because I think we saw a Gemini Spark from him earlier.
Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that deck. They would not miss timing now.
They would miss timing. There was an absolute 0 on the chain.
No, it was torrential on zero being like zero got summoned.
Yes,
and it was torrential chain link.
it was zero being summoned that fused a absolute zero.
Oh, he used another zero.
Yes, that is what happened.
Oh,
on
yeah.
screen.
If he used an on-field zero, yeah.
That is literally what happened on screen. He fused an absolute zero face up, summoned absolute zero, chain link 1, absolute zero, chain link 2, torrential tribute.
Yeah, I missed that. I thought he just did the normal way and just used 2 in the graveyard. I didn't even see that.
What are they talking about?
I think Poppy needs help. He's having a tough time.
Why would it be on a new chain though? Like, okay, so summon absolute zero, nothing. All right, activate miracle fusion, summon absolute zero on resolution, chain activates absolute zero. This is all one summon. Absolute zero is chain link 1, torrential tribute is chain link 2. Why would there be a third chain? But is basically like I'm confused on why there would be another. Like, why would there be another chain here?
Listen, I don't think Poppy has an excuse because they're in the duel. I literally looked. I saw microfusion get activated. I looked away, and that's how I got confused because I didn't know there was a zero on the.
Yeah, like my thing is so when zero gets fused away, right? Like, when do you? My question would be like, when do you think that zero activates? Because like, I rule in favor of Noak. Yeah.
Hero frogs.
Now he's only +3 instead of +5. There's a big difference between +3 and +5, though. I will say that.
There is.
There is a big difference.
Bro, I'm really just thinking about how I played against empty, bro.
How you played against Empty Jar, you said?
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, your tournaments are always so cursed to me. Why am I playing against Empty Jar?
I feel like you had the perfect deck to beat that, though, because you have Trap Stun in your side deck.
Yeah, no. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't side it in, because I was like, this just cooks him.
I did actually. I just never fucking. I didn't keep it in game 3.
Yeah, which is what I'm talking about. That didn't make any sense to me. Like, I saw your whole deck game 3 because he milled it down to 2 cards, and I was like, there's no Trap Stun, so I know he didn't side it in, which seems like a throw.
I was just trying to say he's not going morphing.
Listen, frogs are hard to play. Like, factually, it is just very hard to play, and it turns a lot of people off because of the difficulty. It immediately makes people just be like, I don't want to play this deck because this deck sucks. When in reality, it's like, no, you suck. The deck is fine. You're just not good. And like Hero Frogs, Frog OTK, Dream Frogs, Frog Monarchs, like they're all, you know, they range in difficulty, but they're all difficult. Especially like sequencing. I realize a lot of people just don't have good sequencing with frogs. Karma Code, shit.
Yeah.
Damn, he is putting it in right now.
That's a hateful card.
That is. I side that card. Just one pop. One pop of Karma Cut.
But no, I was thinking about Trap Stun. 3, but I was just like, I feel like the actual plays of his deck are fucking deck me out. Like the tall cards didn't feel that. Didn't feel that impactful. He honestly just fucking turned.
Oh my god, is this the third Miracle Fusion?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
damn! It's the not Miracle Fusion.
He said you are going to stop trying to come back into this game. Okay, I will say this though. Remember how we were talking about +5 and +3? So imagine if he had those 2 extra cards right now, right? He would have 6 cards total here. And right now they're very close to evenish. Like this is still a game right now.
Man, I'm confused. You trying to get disrespectful with me? What the hell? What does that mean? I just played my Miracle Fusion dog.
He tried to play 3 miracles on him now. 3 miracles is insane. He also was going to he's willing to get rid of that Treeborn Frog.
Yep.
He tried to banish his Treeborn Frog.
Wait, why did it go to his bird? Oh, it wasn't his.
Yeah, remember his got karma cut.
Oh fuck.
That is true. Frogs do require losing to a bunch of shit in the learning phase. I don't have that experience, but I know a lot of people do, and I think that is like usually a necessary step. Vanity's Fiend.
Gardner though, broken. Oh, is it just time for the gores?
Oh god.
Just the salty gores to get him out of here. Because think about what he went through. He went Karma Cut on his Treeborn. He went DD Crow, Fizzle his Miracle Fusion. It would be the gores to top it off.
Yeah, you can't not attack here. That was the thing, because you can't win in a game of fairness.
You can't win in a game with no Miracle Fusion, no Treeborn.
Yeah, you just can't win a game where like your opponent. Look at how many cards they have, and look at how much life points they have. You're never going to win that game playing like scared or whatever. Like what are you waiting for? Like you don't attack in the gores. And like, okay, so then they just get opportunities to kill you instead. Like,
Jesus Christ!
He just wants it to be done. He just wanted to listen.
Crawling in my skin.
These wounds, they will not heal. Not my queen. Funny. My queen is crazy. All right, we're going to finals, chat.
So this is Hero
Beat Frogs versus GBs. Yeah.
Okay. Hero Beat Frogs versus G. Now, if I've ever heard of a matchup that can't be good for GBs, it's gotta be this one.
Yeah, y'all say that, but then like, I'm telling you, Ice Queen cursed it first. I feel like you're about to try to do the same thing.
Listen, I want to see it. I want to see the curse. Like, Expelliarmus me, alright?
Expelliarmus!
Like, Avada Kedavra! Like, Avada Kedavra me right now. Hit the fucking killing curse on me right now.
Damn, not the killing curse.
Yeah, because, like, I just can't imagine, like, Hero Frogs, I already love the GB matchup, but, like, throw Gemini Spark every once in a while in there, too, and there just can't be good things now.
$10 on the hero player right now. You gotta give people odds. I feel like the hero player's deck is a little teched out.
Yeah. You can't just try to scoop up free $10 and then sell one of your Book of Moons that you got. Need that $10.
All right, that's not that great of an opening for Poppy Joro, because I think honestly Summon Alias Pass would be better. Like,
yeah, Summon Alias Pass. Honestly, do nothing could possibly even be better. If you can't even summon Alias. Damn, 100 to 1 odds on GBs. $1 value. The FBI about to be in this YouTube chat. Illegal gambling. The IMNerd takedown.
When do these start/end? Tuesday. We usually do a tournament every Tuesday. Usually they start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh.
And you're there for people. Oh my god, they're for people in my Discord server. So yes, you have to go through Patreon in order to get. Like, you can't play my tournaments without going through my Patreon. That is a fact.
Listen, I'll tell you something right now. Mayberry's bringing the strength today, because I've seen a lot of GB players just completely crumble to a heavy storm like that. He's always got the solemn in the back pocket.
He does have the solemn in the back pocket, but I don't know if he's the kind of guy, and he's a GB player, so he probably is, but I don't know if he's the kind of guy to set a bunch of back row without having a Starlight Row or a solemn. Like, I haven't seen him do that yet.
Well, the Swap Frog effect is going through.
Gotta play heavy too.
Oh. See, with this line of play, I thought this Caius was going to become an MST. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, like target a back row?
Yeah, I thought he was going to become an MST.
I think here is fine to target the monster because you want to remove the GB in this case. Like, you trying to snipe and get lucky on a battle trap with the 3 back row is like 33% chance that you actually hit it. Whereas, like, you kind of know he doesn't have chariot, because I feel like he would have charioted the swap frog.
No, yeah, he would have charioted the swap effect for sure.
And if he doesn't chariot the swap frog there, he chariots the Caius because he's like waiting. That, I will say, that is a little interesting, just because it assumes that you're going to be able to. Yeah, see, this is why I would be scared of the Caius, the back row. Because all the bottom, this is game 1. All the bottomless are still around. The compulses and the books, it's just like risky.
It is risky.
And then the GB beats over the Caius. It's not like it's Marmillo, which is still bad if it's Marmillo. But like, the GB just beats over the Caius.
Alright. I don't think we got to see second Ready Ari because Mayberry like had his Ready Ari in a weird place almost the entire duel.
Yeah, I don't know if they play 2. I think they have been like mating one and siding the other. Yeah, so that Ready Ari is factually gone. So he might just have Treeborn access for the rest of the game, which is huge.
Treeborn access for the rest of the game, and also that Ocean is safe right now because that's the only hero available in our rotation.
Oh, there's an Ocean somewhere?
Yeah, it was a special Ocean or special swap with Ocean.
Ah, okay.
That's why I was thinking MST, because I was just like, you could go 0 afterwards if this lands nice.
This is the most broken Monarch against GBs. That fucking guy, like, this card is so crazy against this deck. Alright, so those back rows are like Trap Stun and maybe maybe MST.
Just like the bad
or
shit.
Heavy Storm, right? Like Trap Stun, Heavy Storm, something like that. Because, like, it could be Shrink too, I guess, because Shrink also makes sense because he couldn't use it.
Alright. Here's the Shrink for the book.
It is the Shrink. Yep, there we go. I read the situation correctly. Oh, we're just going straight up into fucking Sam Knight? I mean, if there's just one more Monarch, the game is over, right? Because we know that they're walking. Every Monarch has walked so far.
Yep.
He's putting Poppy Churro on. No, if you bring back Treeborn Frog, you better be able to convert it.
He's not even particularly in a rush to get to convert a Treeborn Frog, though, because we just don't have another Ready Ari. So even if we drew a little weak here, we can play a little back.
I don't know about that. I think because of Prismaglads, you are actually more pressured than you realize a lot of time, because a Prisma right here could literally equal Heraclinos, and then things could just start falling apart. Okay, well, we know this is going through because everything has gone through when it came to monster effects.
Yep. Well, also, Bottomless is not even back there either, because you probably have to Bottomless that Rise Up. King it?
It's probably game, right?
Looking like to me. Compulse even?
I'm surprised he's using Prio. Maybe he has Miracle. If he has Miracle Fusion, then it's like 1,000,000% cooked. But I was thinking that you don't use Prio here.
Oh. Pulse. Yep. Flash the Miracle. Let's give it a flash. Barry Allen? No.
On the subject of the game, though, do y'all know he's not on 2 Ready Ari? I assume he's not on 2 Ready Ari because GBs don't play 2 Ready Ari in the main deck anymore. If you look at, this is what I was saying earlier. So like one of the things about being good at Yu-Gi-Oh is just knowing the deck list of the top decks. So like there's 5 decks that are the top decks in the format, right? Hero Frogs, Black Wings, Value, Frogger 2K, and GBs. And so as a competitive player, I just know what the GB deck list looks like, and it does not main deck 2 Ready Aries. So as soon as that Ready Ari got banished, there was a chance to confirm that there's not 2, because he attacked with a GB and tagged out, and he had an opportunity to banish the Streamer Frog, and he did not. So there are just, I just don't think he's maining 2 Ready Aries. That's just like the information game that I do while dueling, but also just like before I even sit down, I kind of know like, here's what's in the deck list. Like I kind of expect every Blackwing player to be playing like 7 Tools of the Bandit right now, because like that is the trend right now, to be playing 7 Tools of the Bandit, and I'm aware of it. So like,
yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if I tried to use a trap card and they go like 7 Tools. It wouldn't be like, oh shit, that caught me off guard. I'd be like, yeah, that's in your deck. I know it's in your deck.
Yeah, and the only opportunity that Ready Ari could still be like in their main deck is if it's in their hand, but they've had plenty of opportunities to actually get it out of their hand multiple times, and they haven't done that.
I'm telling you, I told y'all. Listen,
oh no.
I fucking said it, bro. I said everybody just like, oh no, like they're gonna get cooked because of this matchup. I'm like, no, you gotta just gotta know this matchup.
Yeah.
This is just one of those matchups where you just have to know.
Man. They're resilient.
I just think that the deck capitalizes on misplays like really well. I think that is one of its strengths, is that a lot of people genuinely don't know how to play against GBs. Like it is literally a skill in itself, specifically playing against this matchup. Like this specific matchup requires a complete unique set of skills. Like not even to be funny, a certain set of skills.
All right. Well, it's time for the Hercules.
What did I say about Prisma? What did I say like literally 5 minutes ago? I was like,
it's time for the Herculator.
I literally said like, this is, you don't have time to just like lollygag.
It's time for the Herculator.
It would be depressing if he drew a Chariot right there, right? That would just be like cruel. That would be like cruelty, because he didn't have it. He clearly didn't have Chariot in those critical
turns. He
turns.
didn't have Chariot for so long, so to get Chariot when like
Herc is out is crazy.
You're basically so weak that like you get Geyserius and all this shit happens to you, right? Like that would be so fucked. Oh, I would be so salty.
Also, I would be so real. I still don't. I don't.
You seem so pained.
Yeah. You're ridiculous.
You're just so pained. It's just great.
I'm just watching the finals. I'm also really tired. The gym like really cooked me today. I went really hard. Damn. I went really hard in the gym. Yo, he had Monarch Junk Synchron and it all went through.
You can't ever ask for that to happen against GB. That's like the type of shit that you have in your dreams, like your good dreams.
Yeah. So now that I'm looking at what he had, right? He had Dandelion and Water Art in his hand. I don't think that you need to synchro with the Treeborn Frog there if you didn't have a Miracle Fusion guaranteed kill. I think you can actually synchro for anything else like Android or Catastor. You know there's no Chariot. So you can synchro for anything else. You can attack the Samnite, see what happens. If something happens to it, then you can set Water Art with the Treeborn and then Water Art them. So that way it doesn't like spiral. And you know you can't get Ready Ari because there's already been so many opportunities to see Ready Ari, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we went for game in a pretty greedy situation. It's kind of annoying in a funny way. GBs have kind of become frogs in that way, where they have a lot of chainable shit to stop themselves from getting like OTK'd or put into a bad position.
Yeah, most of their cards are chainable in the background. That's why when you were talking about using the Caius's MST, I just fully did not agree with that. I'm like, there's just too many things that can go wrong when you targeting a back row.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to roll it, like guarantee banishing the Ready Ari is going to pay dividends, and it has actually. He's been able to use Treeborn Frog way too much. Like I'm sure Mayberry is annoyed. The entire time. Yes, I'm sure he's annoyed by how much Treeborn Frog has been used.
Okay.
Oh, he said. So someone is
my back row is
right?
good enough. Yeah, my back row is good enough.
So he's saying like you will never draw the Miracle Fusion because like.
Oh. Oh my god. Why isn't Treeborn on the field?
Because he figured if I get the Caius off. Okay, he didn't get punished. He figured that if I get the Caius off, I don't want you to be able to Murmillo because he did Murmillo back into the deck. So like,
that's fair.
I understand that. I really do. Oh my god. And he wins.
Damn.
Is that 3 Caiuses? That's all 3 Caiuses.
Bro, you like bowling a game like that against GBs?
Gary did it too, though. Gary could have cooked him the exact same way a round ago. It should have been Gary should have been in the finals right now. It should have been a frog mirror match, 100%, 100p. Like Gary had the exact same perfect game. Again, Gary drew Torrential Mirror Force, fucking Brain Caius, like MST Breaker, Dupe Uni, Salvage. It was Moment of Extermination for all of the prisons. It was like insane. And then, oh, don't forget about the Vanity Fiend that got like compulsed and then never came back down for some reason until it was too late.
Mayberry's bringing on a show.
Mayberry is showing that GBs, you cannot give them. You basically just can't give this deck like chances. Is what it is. Like you have to play. You have to play aggressive for one, and I do like that Papi Churro, he kind of won that game because he took a turn to summon Unifrog and attack directly. Even though if the attack went through, he was going to take big damage from the Heraclinos beating over the Unifrog. He said, I don't care, because the only way I'm winning this game anyway is if like I clear that back row. I'm going to have Treeborn for the rest of the game because I got rid of your Ready Ari. So like I need to draw Monarchs or like Miracle Fusion or whatever, and I need that back row going because when I do draw those cards, I need that back row to not be there. So I'm going to set up for the future turns, and that's what he did, and that won him the game. Like summoning Unifrog and attacking directly there, I think won him that game. Because think about it, that back row would have just been there. That D prison. Well. So the game changes a lot now because in theory, Mayberry would have 2 Ready Aries.
Yep.
Would you argue using Prisoner was wrong? No, I think using Prisoner is totally fine on the Unifrog. Unifrog is a menace, and like you don't have game anyway if you attack the Unifrog because it's Treeborn in defense, Unifrog in attack mode.
Two months.
So like we're supposed to read that back row as Chariot is what we're supposed to read right now.
Oh, was it set 1 in Summon Marmillo?
That's how, yeah, that's how I started.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that seems like a fair enough read.
He was at 3,500 chat, not 4,500 when he summoned Unifrog. He was going to take like 26. And he said, fuck it, I'd rather take 26 and pop your back row because I need to sack you anyway. And if I pop your back row, it's not that you can kill me because next turn, your best play is go attack Unifrog with Heraclinos, attack over my GB, use a GB to attack over Treeborn Frog. I don't die no matter what. So Papi Churro, like, I know he knew the situation. He's like, I don't die even if you summon a monster and I summon his Unifrog. I don't die. I get another turn guaranteed.
Question is, are we going to consolidate for a big guy?
What's up, Steve? You're in the Philippines now? Oh, you left Japan?
We're not going to consolidate now. So now Brain Control and Soul Exchange are better conversions. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're going to game. Let's go to game 3.
Oh my goodness, that's such a ridiculous card to resolve right now. With nothing chainable? Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be honest too. I don't think Papi Churro's, or I'm sorry, I don't think Mayberry's hand was all that great.
This game?
Yeah, I don't. I think he opened up weak because
I mean, they basically had to bluff. They had to bluff a what's it called?
Chariot.
Yeah, they had to bluff a Chariot.
That's why I said I asked the question. We're supposed to believe that that is Chariot. Like we're meant to believe that that's Chariot because I was like I for whatever reason just do not believe you. But that's what that's what we're supposed to buy into.
And Cold Wave is just so good.
And I think obviously like Papi Churro bought into it, depending on what his hand is. Like if he could have just done anything else besides play super passive. This game is not over yet though. Like it most likely is over because of Prisma. Yeah. It's most likely over because of Prisma and like Test Tiger. There's so many outs, but like if he just went special tribute for like Riser or whatever, attack over one of the guys, like that is really really strong there. But then Mayberry has to have something because he clearly didn't have any back row. He has to have something. What's the best deck in Jank format right now? It's hard to say. There's a bunch of different Chaos variants. There's Future Fusion decks that I think are really strong. Look at the top 8 video from the big tournament we had last month. Those decks are really good. Psychics are also broken. Yes. Yep. Sasha's right. Psychics are broken. Overdrive Teleporter is very good. Oh no, another bad start for Papi Churro. That is, yo, I have not seen Papi Churro open up well with this deck a single time yet.
Yeah, no Stratos special swap.
No sub, no swap, no
yeah.
Stratos, not even an alias set Gemini Spark, like just nothing. I don't play redo format. I don't particularly care for that format. Pickle Blister. I don't know if it's quite jank. Kind of just suboptimal diva hero, really.
You see, he said Welladad is pretty high. But
Welladad is not a deck in jank.
Are you just playing Wella?
I don't even think Telekinetic Powerwell does anything though, because like Krebens is banned.
Yeah. We saw one hero, but he was pitched the graveyard.
Yeah, he summoned Ocean. Yo, what could his hand be?
Treeborn Frog could be in his hand.
I think you put it. I think you were like, I could break this card. It can't be in his hand.
Oh yeah, that's true. Unless he drew it now. I don't know what is in his.
All right.
Like, just
Well, this one's over.
fucking 3 Kayas? Like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, it has to be something egregious, but like, okay, so I guess this is my fear with playing these like you take Hero Frogs, which is already like one of the best decks in the format, right? It won the last major before Genesis. It won the most stacked major of the year, and that might just be like literally game. You take a deck like Hero Frogs, which is already like insanely good as is, basically, and then you neuter it by making it play like, you know, like triple Alias and Sparks, and then you start drawing weird hands. Fader's very good. Okay. The comeback has to be severe here, though, because...
Oh, it's got to be like...
It's got to be...
Monarch,
yeah.
Substitute,
It's got to be
Fusion.
Severe.
Like,
because,
let me just start listing all the bombs. Like, sir, I need an order of bombs.
Yeah. Calling in the bombs. Okay. This is something. Oh, okay. We're going to torrential wipe it down.
This feels still bad, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's still bad for sure.
Yeah. Because, like, Soul Exchange, I was like, can it at least be, like, an actual Monarch instead of any of these?
This is the finals, yeah.
We just need to clean up damage, but...
This is indeed the finals.
Who knows? Like, oh, we got the best one.
Big Laquari, not the little one.
Maximum damage. What are we going to tag out for, if we even tag?
It depends. Is a quest on the table for anything in the grave? I don't know what's in the grave.
There's nothing really in the grave, but he can go Darius recently back out Geyserius.
He is going to do just that.
Doing. Yep. And I like this play. Your opponent is so fucking down. This damage is so lethal.
In theory, like you said, going into this match, right? You were like, oh, like if there's any build of Hero Frogs that has a good matchup against GBs, it will be this one. And it actually, he passed.
He did. Yo, what is going on?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
All right.
Play taps, bro. Turn on the taps.
Yo, that is so crazy.
Taps, bro.
That is so crazy. Okay, I have to watch the replay now, cause like,
yo, hit the taps on the soundboard, bro. Hit the taps.
Hold on, let me. I'm gonna actually mute my music.
That was like a cooking cooking kit.
It was a backdoor 2-0 of all time. I'm just so surprised it went so bad.
It was so south. Like, I couldn't believe how one-sided that was. Because here's the thing. I'm calling it that one-sided because the first game was kind of like tooth and nail. The first game, we didn't get out clean either. Like, the first game was fucking arduous. It's just so wild. Yep. And this Ryza was good, and then it was Shrink. And then this is the turn. This is the turn that it could have been the Water Art, but we just went for super lethal. It's a damn shame.
Macro has been not great in jank format, actually. It has not done well in a single tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely ass and jank because the format is so naturally geared towards Breaker since it's just such a solid normal summon.
And Dust Tornado.
Dust Tornado.
There's more hate in jank format for Macro than there is in regular Edison. And you can't play against... You're not playing against graveyard dependent decks the same. Like in regular Edison, the decks are graveyard dependent. In jank, they're not.
That shit was so too thin.
Oh, this
Oh
hand is
my
just
God, the
really
gem-
fucking bad.
Oh no, the Gemini Spark is actually Yo, and Mayberry's got fucking the stones.
Yeah, but Mayberry
Cold
actually didn't
Wave
have this.
Cat
He
Heavy?
really didn't have the stones though, because he doesn't have real defense. So basically, if like Poppy Churro just had a regular hand, he actually could just like solo this duel. Like
Yeah.
like for example, turn one, if a Swap Frog or a Stratos came down, which you're going to do it because you have nothing else to do. They go somewhere in the middle, set one back row. You could be like, oh, it's Chariot, I'm not going to summon a monster, but like, why would you do that? So you're going to summon, if you drew Stratos, if you drew Alias, if you drew Swap Frog, if you drew Toad, you're going to summon it. You're going to. And you're going to send, or you're going to attack, because like, why the fuck would you? Especially if it's Alias, right? You have nothing to lose. So you're going to attack, and then it's going to be revealed that the back row is fake. And then the game just kind of falls apart for the GB player right there.
This is just crazy. Like hand versus this is so wild.
Because if you have, they have Secutor, so they can't even Secutor you. So it's not even like they could just do like Cold Wave and Secutor. The best they can do is Cold Wave into Murmillo, which is awful because they can't set a new back row. But this card, yeah, like the Gemini, he just bricked on like the bad part of the deck, the Hero Beat part. And like we've established that Hero Beat is a bad deck already in this format. Like we've already established that. Why? Like
this seemed like an aggressive Raigeki break. That Raigeki break was a wee bit aggressive, me feels.
this is another case where he could have gone.
He drew the Gemini Spark again.
This card has it's so bad. Oh, he saw it in Crow.
Yeah.
That's a very sad way to go out. Like honestly. So, okay. I'm looking at Poppy Churro's deck. And he did not play the Chicago list that actually mains the Gemini beat. He's playing one Alias in the main deck, and he's siding in there like Hero Beat with triple Spark and double Alias in his side deck. But here's what's missing from his side deck. He doesn't have any additional copies of Emergency Call. So he's playing like 3 Sparks, 3 Alias after game 1, but he actually doesn't have as many ways to find the heroes. And that is a problem.
As we see.
Like I'll actually show the list because tournament's over, right? Congrats Mayberry also on winning tonight through a field of frogs. Frogs could have very easily just not let GBs win, but if you know, you know. Where I want to put this, so I'll put this here, and then I'll open this up on the screen for you guys. So here's Poppy Churro's list. And I mean, the list was good enough to make it to the finals, right? But I do think that like, if you're going to do this like conversion side, because that's what this is, you're converting the deck into like Hero Beat, you do have to play more e-calls. You have to. Because so Gemini Spark, I can't believe I'm saying this. Gemini Spark is so bad if you don't have access to heroes.
I can't believe I have to say this. But
so like it is imperative that you always see Stratos or a hero, and like specifically Alias.
If you just look at a Hero Beat deck, Hero Beats are chock full. Like normal ass Hero Beats, even Diva Hero Beat is chock full of turn 1 Stratos searchers and players. Like the deck is bad, but it is especially bad when it doesn't summon Stratos turn 1 and it doesn't have Alias to set with Spark.
Yeah, I think Poppy Churro's list is fine if he just commits a little bit harder into like the conversion side thing. So I think that just adding an e-call in the side deck will do wonders, or just maining a second one. Either way, like whatever makes sense. But like you do need to, because Hero Beat even plays triple Alias, double e-call, Rhoda, Stratos, Ocean. They like, so if you're going to play that, you have to commit to like, okay, I'm doing it. Like I'm going the full thing. And unfortunately we got to see him like brick on Gemini Spark, which really sucks because if he had seen, so he was playing through Gemini Sparks. If he had just seen one of the 3 Alias instead, like if you just replaced the Gemini Sparks in both those games with Alias, I think he actually wins the tournament from just that one thing changing. But eCall helps with that. Yeah, and then I'll show Mayberry's list, which I also did get real quick.
Crazy.
Mayberry. I kind of want to say that Mayberry is playing the Simpson 41. That's what it looks like to me, but we will look at it together and then we will end the live stream. Okay, so here's the list. Let's see. Double Sam Knight, triple book, shrink, smash and ground, double bottomless, double deep prison, double chariot, triple trap stun, 41 cards, double compulse. The only thing that's different is he's playing a second Darius instead of a second Equest, but that is also something that I know that like they do in the South. Like they'll switch, like that's a change they'll make. So this is like, and then the double shine ball with the double trap, the double trap hole. Yeah, I think that this is the same. This is basically the same list. This list has been proven to work, and you just have to know this list. This is how I knew that he only had one Radiari. This is how I knew that he only had 2 deep prisons when they got exterminated, moment of extermination, because the list is just like super known. And knowledge is power. Like you can factually just kind of win because you know their list. Yeah, so good shout out to everybody. I had fun. We're going to end it here though. Thank you guys so much. Mayberry, I'll be sending you some cash so you could get some Chipotle tomorrow. And yeah, guys, have a good night. I will see you this weekend for EWCQ. Is it 11? I don't even know what EWCQ we're on. Hold on, let me check. Hold on. 12. EWCQ 12, Saturday, March 14th. That is this weekend, right? Yeah. Okay. This weekend, I'll be streaming the EWCQ 12, which is an Edison Major. It's going to be 6 rounds day 1. The remaining rounds we play day 2, and then it's top cut, 55-minute rounds, you know, all that stuff. So I will catch you all later. Peace.